Battle holds the answer. Stacking a 6 is another fantastic tool that Jiro gets access to in the Hero 2 format. We are going on a 3. We are not playing around our 2 here. Now we're going to go for a 0. We're going to hedge against the 2 check.
It's Macho Concealment, Latent Skill,
Life
of Danger, and
the requesting assistance,
which I don't like because you you hurt me with that card, Ryan. You hurt me very badly. By me, I mean Pony, but you hurt me.
Assistance, one of probably the most powerful zeros that this game has seen. Definitely a good one in Jiro, who just needs some more foundations to pass him some checks. But I'm looking forward to seeing the rest of what Edgar has to store. There's Macho Concealment, another card that was not legal for Jiro originally. Let's see, Steven, does he have a foundation to build with new training method? Doesn't look like it.
Yeah,
new training
method says essentially whenever you build it down, you can respond, take a foundation from your hand and build it for free.
Committed.
But
yes,
yeah,
but
committed, but you build
free.
it for free.
Yes. And as another response, if you check a foundation, you can commit and flip it to add the foundation to your hand.
You just pick it up. Which is one that I will say often gets overlooked because everybody's focusing on getting the extra foundation down into the stage.
And we have a 2 check. Let's see. Are we going to flip the Life of Danger? We are going to flip the Life of Danger now. Just Edgar said, I'd rather just keep it ready right now. I am going to respect what you're doing and keep as many ready foundations as possible. This one face down could be the difference.
Cardboard Crusaders not getting automatically built because they're even on number of foundations. Which you could say Steven might have done that on purpose. Yeah. We don't know.
Yeah. A second Life of Danger. So Edgar was not concerned with flipping his first one. He's like, I got another one right here. So it does not matter to me.
I could not play Jiro 1. The 2 checks. I've been very vocal against Lethal Splash. I just couldn't. I am
one of the most risk-averse players probably ever. And I played Jiro 1 exclusively for over a year. But my deck was like 12 to 16 zeros, and I think I had maybe 6 2 difficulty foundations in my deck. I respected the 2 maybe more than anyone, but I think Jiro, the air symbol, has enough 0 difficulty foundations that you can do it very consistently. Looks like we're gonna see Macho Concealment canceling the Feral Shriek. Can Macho Concealment do that? Hang on.
I don't know because he committed it.
So Macho Concealment actually only can cancel enhance abilities. Batra Arrives can commit or can cancel Feral Shriek, but that was a mistake there. Macho Concealment only doing enhances, but Batra Arrives can.
Edgar still has it committed though. I'm not sure why, but Feral Shriek is on response when it hits the discard pile. When you discard it, let me correct myself. When you discard it, because hitting the discard pile is something completely different.
Yeah. It should be the Batra committed, not the Macho Concealment, but it looks like Pony is building out. It will not affect anything here. And then building in Team Hero, building in Aaron's Sidestep. Another great air attune card that I wonder if Edgar's including in his deck.
Any means necessary. Does he have another one that he wishes to build down?
There's a Faith Shield in there.
There's the Faith Shield in there, yeah.
That's a very strong card against Jiro historically because it denies the combo enhance of Double Jab Pummel.
But the older version of Faith Shield.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Let's see what Edgar's got here. Drawing a battle holds the answer. He had a couple attacks in his hand, it looked like. He's got Queen of the Monsters. I forgot Queen of the Monsters was a charge. So Jiro adds damage to Queen of the Monsters.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
There's no way.
Queen of the Monsters is a charge range. Yeah, because it worked in Kai as well. On the air symbol Kai, it can trigger Kai's response. Yeah. So Queen of the Monsters. So Jiro making Queen of the Monsters for 9, even 10 damage sometimes.
Okay, I will make an appeal to the powers that be. Queen of the Monsters needs to be. Somebody needs to beat the moth down. Somebody get a stick.
Yeah. So we got.
Just swat it around.
This tension move has been looking very, very strong for Edgar, making this look like a great card in Jiro. A charged range that Jiro sorely was lacking. We're going to go with our latent skill right off the bat. Flip, discard 2, draw 2. And we are hitting, it looks like a tricky spinner I just saw. That's a very interesting card. I can definitely see it paying off, especially if you can build it in with something like Queen of the Monsters. but he has the momentum from the tension. And his next attack getting +1 and +1 speed and +1 damage. Combined with Jiro's responsibilities, it'll be a very powerful one indeed. We are seeing a Batra arrives. I unfortunately did not quite catch... Oh, canceling the Aaron sidestep. I was going to say, I didn't quite catch what it was, but I do remember the Aaron sidestep there. So he says, I want my attack to be all the speed. Jiro enhanced looking at the top 2 of his own deck, and then Jiro enhanced looking at the top 2 of his opponent's deck. So Jiro rearranging the top of Pony's deck is super interesting because Pony always has the option to discard 2 to draw a card. So you really have to metagame putting in an attack or a foundation on top. And then as Pony, you can't always draw because you don't know. What if they put the attack on the second one? You draw the foundation, you check the attack, etc., etc.
Well,
it is going to be tough.
If they put it on the second one, then all we have to do is make
Steven says discard any means necessary. You know what? I'll just draw both of them.
Yeah.
I don't care what order you put them in.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Sorry.
You can put it on the second. No, I mean, no, because it happened. It's perfectly fine. He proved my point. You could just play one of the ones that allows us to draw more.
And in the Hero 2 format, you do have 12 instead of the 8 currently in Standard. Looks like we're going to go Team Hero, build something in. What are we picking? We are building Analytical Observation. Is that the new Analytical Observation promo?
Yes, that is.
Yes, it is. All right, so that's going to be a great tool for next turn to prevent any block shenanigans from Jiro.
Now, question.
Yes.
This does not apply whatsoever to this, but it made me think of something.
Okay. Lay it on me.
Combo.
Mm-hmm.
If the prior card that you used was flipped, does it still work for combo?
No. So Faith Shield, if Faith Shield, we did not block with Faith Shield here. We elected to block with pressing the advantage, it looks like. But if Faith Shield had been the block of choice and it flipped the card face down, then you would not, it would not be a charge. So you would not be able to... I missed something here. I'm not sure why we committed 3 cards. We checked a 4. We played on a 6. I do not know what the -2 our check was, but we just committed 2 face downs and a life of danger. I'm not sure why, but we are going to get the stats from Jiro. We will get the 2 damage. We will get the 1 speed, 1 damage, and we will build down the attack. And we now have a 5 high 10 Queen of the Monsters.
So flipped in card pool is basically blank.
Yes, and we are blocking with Face Shield, blocking on... Plug them face down, so Queen of the Monsters is face down.
I'm glad I bring up these questions right before it happens.
Right where they happen. Yeah, exactly. So it does not look like there's double jet pummel in the hand, but if there were, then it would not be able to be played
Tricky Spinner, one of your favorite cards.
Definitely. Tricky Spinner, such a cool one. I don't think we saw Aerial Kikosho in the Jiro deck, but guess what? That one's also a charge. So it will get damage from Jiro's respond.
You're making me...
It played on your opponent's turn. And Tricky Spinner...
You're making me hate her more and more, Ryan.
And Tricky Spinner is a very cool card when combined with Aerial Kikosho, in that you can pick it up on your rival's turn and just go ahead and play it again.
But it does have drive.
Yeah, it does have a cost of spending momentum or discarding, or of committing a foundation. So it is not free. It would take a lot of foundations to do this consistently, but...
Hunter's Ally building on Frog once again. Two of the cards that became very, very popular and very, very expensive out of nowhere almost.
Definitely. The Fire attuned Genghis Frog with his best friend, Hunter's Ally. Just takes an air character with fire or an earth character with fire, which there have been a couple very prominent ones recently.
And I will say Pony being on air, earth, and fire, able to play the majority of TMNT backups.
Yeah. Only one missing is the Evil attuned, because Mondo Gecko is good. Is it good and air attuned? I think Mondo Gecko is good and air attuned. Yeah. So only missing out on the Cynthia Veiled Villain, I believe, is the only one. Maybe there's a Void one that I'm not thinking of off the top of my head, but Does get access to quite a few options there. Gets access to Kami, Genghis Frog, and Mondo Gecko. But we have a Lethal Slash now, and Pony's going to clear the Hunter's Ally. Lethal Slash is going to draw a card. Pony once per turn has been used. Pressing the advantage when a card is cleared. Going to draw another card. Just stacking up the cards here. And Edgar's going to go ahead and requesting assistance. Readying Batra arrives. Getting another activation of Batra arrives. Requesting assistance so powerful when it can re-ready these defensive tools like that. And we're going to go ahead and block Lethal Slash. Looks like a half block.
Yeah, it is mid blocking on a high.
Yeah.
Half block.
A half block there. Another Lethal Slash. Checks on their 5. Gonna draw a card there.
I heard you like clearing the card pool.
Yeah. Genghis Frog giving 3 damage. Everything is lining up for Steven right here.
And people wonder why Pony had to get hit. Clearing Pony's ability to clear the card pool, amazing. And after getting errata, turning it into once per turn, that's perfectly fine. There's new cards that can do it for us too. Yeah.
Only a tiny bit more difficult than it was before, but we're gonna go ahead and do another half block on Lethal Slash. We're gonna check a 6. That's gonna be an easy one. But we have the Roman cancel, but we do not have the momentum to spend it to use it. So we do not have access to the Roman cancel to reduce the damage.
However, Steven does have the momentum to use for
Queen of the Monsters.
Queen of the Monsters.
Yep.
Will he do it?
Indeed, he will. He will pick any foundation he likes from his discard pile.
I'm interested to see what he pulls. If he took any means necessary and built it in, he would be able to build another one committed. But going for pressing an advantage,
yeah.
Once he clears, then...
Oh. And looks like there's a concession there. He says, I have no more cards in hand. That Queen of the Monster is for my life total. And it will be a victory for Pony here.
That's disgusting.
He had 5 more attacks in his hand.
And pulls out the Pony Cabal sticker to just place it there. Let's go.
A fairly decisive victory for Pony here in our first feature match for Hero 2.
And we're both cheering for the characters that we played against each other. It's perfectly fine.
Can't win them all. Can't win them all, Jiro. It's okay. We'll get them next time.
I'm just happy that I have been validated that Pony can indeed beat Jiro. I just need to be a better player.
A great showing of the cards of yesterday being able to be slotted into both old decks and new. The cards of today being slotted into the decks of yesterday, as well as the cards of yesterday still making an impact.
It was great seeing some of the new ones slotted into these decks, and the combination of them kind of makes me want to play Hero 2.
Yeah, I've enjoyed it a lot when I've been playing. I'm still playing Hawks in Hero 2, I guess. I have to self-report here, but I do have a Jiro deck.
Wait, you also play Hawks?
I do also have a Jiro deck that I've had a lot of fun with, and I'm probably going to add some Battle Holds the Answers to my Jiro deck. I hadn't really looked into the all-attuned aspect of Jiro. As I mentioned previously, the all symbol's never really been relevant for Jiro in the past. Not really a whole lot of reason to use it, but with the tuned cards, quite a few options. Fateful Decision, Battle Holds the Answer, Pale Rider, just more echoes. I don't think Pale Rider's a charge though, but I'm sure there's a lot of cards.
I hope not. You don't need any more charges.
Yeah, we've got quite a few.
No more charges needed. Hold on. Is it?
No. Okay. It has a lot of keywords.
I was about to say, I quit.
But charge is not one of them.
I'm going to go back to the room.
But no, there's definitely a lot of cool stuff to look out for. There's many, many, many options available in Hero 2. If you have ever liked a character since My Hero Academia Set 1, there are certainly new tools that can make that character much more competitive.
Like I can say 1,000%. I'm going to go look up Tokoyami.
Yeah.
Like most represented character, I never had the opportunity to play him. Definitely has to be interesting if it's the most represented in Hero 2.
Yeah, it was one of the more successful decks. I believe Barrett Bryant won Nationals with Tokoyami.
Barrett Bryant, who's that?
Yeah, the first My Hero Nationals. But looks like
world champs still play. What? Interesting.
Yeah. But No, absolutely. The Tokoyami deck is a very aggressive deck, and could also be that this, on Sunday we had an event and everyone's going, I'm gonna play something quick. I'm gonna be, Jiro very aggressive, Tokoyami very aggressive, Asui very aggressive, also in the top 8. But
there's Asui 2.
Asui 1.
Asui 1.
I believe.
Okay.
I'm not actually. Yeah, I believe it was Asui 1, which was also one of the strongest early My Hero Academia characters.
Yeah, it's Asui 1.
Very, very potent card pool clearing effect.
Card pool clearing is
pretty good, I hear. Yeah.
Good.
Asui 7-hander that clears the card pool. I wonder where we've seen that one before.
Hold on, I can think of it somehow. Or somebody else does that. They said it was really powerful for some reason. Yeah. Hey, if anything, I learned new tricks that I can use against you in Hero 2 whenever you bring out your Jiro 1 deck again.
Yeah. I will say, I don't think I saw any electric jolts in that Jiro deck, which is one of my favorite cards ever. So a little surprised not to see. Maybe they didn't draw them, but I don't believe I saw any when we were flipping through the deck.
And that's another 2-check, isn't it?
No, it's not. That's you're thinking of Lightning Rod.
Electric
Jolt, yeah.
Lightning Rod was girl power, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And Mitchell and I have spent a lot of time developing the Jiro decks. We actually do have a build of Jiro that plays 8 2-checks with Lightning Rod, but as I said, I'm a little too risk averse for that one.
Nope.
So
I cannot.
We played, I want to say somewhere between 16 and 20 zeros, 0 difficulty foundations, because you are probably going to check it too.
More than likely, yes.
You are probably going to check it too when you play 8 of them. But Electric Jolt, a classic from My Hero Academia Set 1. It was actually in the first batch of regional promos as well. But one of my favorite cards. Was the first card I actually played in this game that I probably the very first one where after I played it, I had the thought, wow, this card's really good.
Yep. That has happened to a few of the cards that I have played in the past, and immediately it got rotated or it got eroded. So, hey, maybe I was right.
Yeah.
just maybe, possibly.
Yeah.
But it looks like we're going to try and go over to Tam for interview with Steven and laying out the Pony Cabal sticker on the table. I'd love to see it. Tam, take it away.
What's up, everybody? We're here. Hero 2, Pony. The talk of the weekend, truly. From finalist in the main event to now top 8 here. Cabal, tell me a little bit about the thoughts. I played Pony back in the day with all these Hero 2 cards legal. How is it? How's the flashback? A bit of a nostalgia here.
So Marvin and I played, and our buddies Mike and a couple other teammates played Pony in Atlanta, and then in 2024, and then we met Snuggy, who was also playing Pony at that time, and then we ran it to Worlds. And Marvin top 6, and it was super sick. I did well, and then we lost it. We lost everything on rotation, and then we get it all back, and it's just like maybe even a little better now with the new cards, and especially because then we have like Manly Passionate, not legal then, but legal now in this format. So it's hella good. It's super fun.
Yeah, it's fun to sit here and watch and enjoy this blast from the past, even if not quite so far back as retro, right? But it is neat to see your own personal legacy of the game move, evolve, adapt. But it's fun to look back through the picture book, specifically the trade binder, and be like, Manly Passionate Guy, new training method I saw in your stage, and just being like, whew, I remember those turn 1 builds where you're like, oops, accidentally here's 7, and you're like, I'm probably going to get there. Now with like Queen, you can build that in and then build one out of your hand. It's like, it feels like people have described combo decks in our game as kickflip decks. Yeah. That's a kickflip deck, and I'm really, really excited. You mentioned a couple of the foundations that are back, favorite attacks that are back in Hero 2?
I don't know. We didn't run any. This is all standard attack.
All the new stuff. Yeah. Hey, that is a-okay. Hey, I heard those ones were pretty good. Might get second place at our regional. Fair. With that said, are you planning on going to the next regional? If so, possibly running back Pony again for the Hero 2 event there?
I don't think I'm going to be able to make Dallas at all. Family vacation. and then possibly Atlanta. Yeah, no, we're going to the UK to play golf. But then I got to take my wife to Hawaii. So I might be back for Atlanta, but it just depends on what the budget looks like after those 2 trips. So,
well, the good news in Hero 2 is you already have all these cards, so you don't got to spend anything there. You just crack open that old collection, come out, play some fun, and who knows, you might fund your trip here, right? We got this is maybe a bit of a cool purse. With that said, again, congratulations on making it into the top 4. I wish you well on the rest of it. I'm gonna shoot back to my casters so they can take you to a commercial break.
All right, that was a fantastic match, really showcasing, as I said before, the cards of today and the characters of yesterday, and the cards of yesterday and the characters of today. We had Giro versus Pony.
Tim said something that made me laugh a little bit. He goes, my hero too. You might as well play it. You already have the cards.
Yeah.
Instantly, I went, yeah, I gave all mine away when we rotated.
Well, we'll figure it out. So
I have regrets.
Don't go anywhere. We will be back very soon with top 4 from our Hero 2 1K side event.
Stay tuned, guys. We'll see you in a second.
back. Time for some Hero 2 action. You know, I know you and Ryan just got to commentate one of the top 8 matches, but we wanted to kind of go over the event a little bit and talk about this format. Really cool to see it supported in this way. You know, I was very vocal about Hero 2 being an eventual necessity with the amount of cards we've printed and with people wanting to play with these cards, you know.
So this is all your fault.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
That's why we're here.
Yeah, that's why we're here.
You know, a lot of us kind of started throughout My Hero into Attack on Titan and stuff, and remember fondly some of the early stuff we played with, and it's really cool to have access to that, and then also in the combination with like all the new tools and stuff. So let's take a little look at the breakdown here. You know, not the biggest event, but at the same time, it was running consecutively with the retro one. So I think there were 22 decks or something like that. We see a majority of Tokoyami. This makes sense. Tokoyami, notoriously very strong aggro character and a good pick when you win die rolls, when you get to go first. Summon Dark Shadow and Dark Shadow Ruin are just incredibly strong cards. Similarly, Pony at second tier. This is another 7-hand aggro character we're seeing a lot in Standard, of course.
And it makes sense, right? We talked about in the last match, Pony did get hit with an errata because of the powerful ability to be able to clear the card pool.
Yeah.
And Reina Kaiju also giving more card pool clear. Attack on Titan, more card pool clear. But more importantly, there were a lot of good cards that got rotated. There was Any Means Necessary being one of them. New Training Method being another one. Yeah, I'm reminding you of what I used to do, but I can't do anymore, but it's fine. We saw some fantastic play coming out of Pony. Midnight, Ryan said, had won one of the Nationals. One of the Nationals before.
Yeah, interesting character. A keywords matters thing. So if you were a fan of Mei Hatsune too, I know you love to talk about this one, Snuggy.
Yes.
You might want to take a look at Midnight if you're making a Hero 2 deck.
Yeah, I was saying I need to look at Tokoyami and Midnight, both of them, because I don't want to play My Hero 2. I'm just going to be honest, because Standard is so much already, but this is convincing me into it.
It's nice.
Honestly, it's convincing me into it.
To me, it is kind of like a deck builder's paradise in a way. I could talk about Hero 2 as like a format concept for a while, but I want to catch a couple one-ofs here that are kind of cool.
I'm being corrected. Midnight won Worlds.
Worlds. Oh, okay. Cool. So Matenkin, I got to play this on stream at Chicago. I had a great time over the lunch break. I just built to like 12 or 13 foundations on turn 2 with, new training method and hardened jab and picking up this stuff. Like really, really cool stuff. I'm excited to see Overhaul. We actually, spoiler alert here, we get to commentate Dean playing Overhaul, using Queen of the Monsters to build down attacks, which then he could play ignoring progressive with Overhauls once per turn, or picking them up with maximum Overhaul. So it should be really cool to see. This is our top cut. Looks like Ross was first after Swiss. Aoyama is a really cool character where caring about face downs. So building a whole bunch of face downs, there's an enhanced commit for minus difficulty, and then you probably play something like an Irwin's Final Charge. These interactions between cards that were not really designed with the others in mind, because they were years apart. Aoyama rotated long before Irwin's Final Charge was printed. In second place, after Scott Sunman on Mothra, kind of hard to unpack what that'll be, because there's a lot of different directions you can take that character. Just like a great defensive one. We're going to see Dean. He did make it to top 4 on Overhaul. I believe the matchup is actually Mothra versus Overhaul that we'll get to see there.
Oh, jeez. Okay. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
And then you commentated.
We commentated
Pony versus Jiro.
Steven versus Edgar on Pony versus Jiro.
Gotcha.
Which was a great match, and it was a lot of fun to actually commentate on, because legitimately I went against Ryan in a My Hero 2 local about a month ago, and we played these same characters.
Pony. Yeah. Now, Ryan Levine did play Jiro throughout her legality.
Yes.
I think we're still waiting on the result of Ross versus Dan Mosley. Daniel electing to play Tetsu, testing my ability to pronounce this after a whole day of commentating. Actually, not a character I'm super familiar with. I remember it being legal for a little bit when I was playing, but it was not on my radar. And let's look at this matchup now. So we have Mothra against Dean's overhaul deck, and I have an idea of what the overhaul deck is going for. Dean correctly, going for that like combo line that I'm talking about. On Mothra's side, I don't know what we'll be doing. I anticipate, there's a lot of good Reign of Kaiju cards that we'll probably be using. But I'm curious to see what comes, particularly from like set 1 of My Hero. There's a lot of powerful air and order cards. So see what we're reaching into. Probably some of Denki's kit, some electric jolts, maybe some speed on some 1.3s.
That would
I will do my best to, because I know you're not the most familiar with like set 1 of My Hero. Neither is a lot of our audience, right?
Not too
so when
familiar.
these cards come up, I'll do my best to dig into the history a little bit here.
And so I have to call it out because he's over there. That's Kevin Broberg, right?
It sure is.
Yeah, he won Worlds with Midnight.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it was just before my time, I think. So
yeah, he won.
For me personally,
Worlds
I
with
joined right around when League of Villains started. So that is set 4 of My Hero, and set 3 and 2 were legal for a while I was playing, but set 1 was only about a year there. So got some time to play with it.
In terms of old heads, all of the casters are brand new. in terms of people that have been playing this game.
This game has been around
time.
for such a long time, but at the same time, as the years go by, suddenly I'm not the freshest face anymore, and it's very weird to kind of come to that realization, because it's easy for the time to fly by because of how much fun it is to go to these regionals and play in all these events.
I love going to the regionals, coming here, commentating, and people go, "Who are you?" Oh yeah, what did you place last regionals? What did you?
No, don't worry about that.
I sat down and talked. It was fun.
Yeah, but now people will see you and go, "Hey, you're the guy," right?
Yeah, that's awkward.
I mean,
I'm
just saying.
Hey, you're that guy, right? Yeah.
Let's get a look at these opening hands. So Mothra's got, we might not keep this. United Front is really interesting. There are 2 aerial Kokoshos. This makes sense. We don't see it a ton in Standard, but Mothra, very good at allowing aerial Kokoshos to just be chained into play.
And we didn't see that in Giro. It was something that Ryan brought up, that it can play well into it.
Huh. We kept a
Gecko, Yelena, and then going for Botons?
Yeah, going for Botons and seeing if United Front passes. But
you get it.
Dean laughing too. Okay.
Oh my God.
One of these was going to. He needed a 5 somewhere, and he was deciding where he wanted the 5 to be.
I'm sorry, I'm flabbergasted watching.
Let the dice decide.
Yeah, let the dice decide. That's amazing.
Yeah, a lot going on here. Dean, I see a massive mutant machine in Dean's hand.
Can we talk about how Dean is playing his card, Scott's card, against him? And he points it out. He's like, "Hey, isn't this you?"
Yeah, that's me.
Scott being one of the people that is on Cardboard Crusaders. That's hilarious.
I didn't even recognize that.
His first card. Here, let me play your card for you.
Yeah. So Dean playing an Apathetic, a Desperate Plea, and a It Can't Be Fixed.
It Can't Be Fixed.
Yeah.
Yes.
So this was an old staple. Fantastic Zero Diff. One of the best. One of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Apathetic will probably target flip that United Front pretty quickly if Scott... Oh, Scott playing himself. We got dueling Scots here. Is that 3 Cardboard Crusaders in his hand? Okay.
What the hell? I just
we
saw
want to
that.
get those out of our hand pretty quickly, I think.
Yeah. A great ability to seal and then immediately play the next one.
Yeah. Or we could use it for stats if we hold on to it for a little bit.
Yeah.
We watched, Ryan and I commentated a Reiner game where Cardboard Crusaders sealed the Godzilla attack. I want to say Smashing Stomp. I think it sealed it like 6 times in the match.
Oh my goodness.
We were just like, the text on this is illegal. We played a cardboard into our card pool. Just getting rid of it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Passing. Well, only up 1 foundation. Thinking about maybe playing another one?
And can you talk about that really quick, because he played Cardboard Crusaders.
Yeah,
he already has one in the stage.
It's unique. So
how does
it'll
unique
immediately
work?
Well, it used to let you pick, but now the new one immediately dies.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
And Yelena, also a unique, plays it. It doesn't matter.
players laughing about it. Dean has a Glamorous, Chivalrous Competitor, and I think another Apathetic. Let's see what we choose to go with here. There's a Superfly Stomp. Dean's deck is going places. I don't know what we're doing with the Superfly Stomp, but I want to see.
We are about to find out.
Yeah. We check a Reconstruction. Oh my gosh. Okay. So
this guy having to read it saying, "What are you?"
Yeah.
What are you
So
doing?
Dean likely would typically use this Superfly Stomp to then build the top of his discard with Reconstruction, I want to say. Not sure what else we can really do with it in Overhaul. Not a lot of attacks in our hand. I don't think we're expecting to hit a Mothra.
I mean, it just seems like both of them
Oh, we're just not blitzing.
Didn't draw well.
Yeah. Scott had way too many of the same unique cards. Using Yelena. I'm not sure if this is at one of the backups. I guess we'll see. We kept in, I think that we kept an attack and then discarded Protector of Life and United Front. Scott might be on Census though, and that would be a nice way to get access to an attack here with Yelena's effect.
Yelena able to look at the top 3 cards, choose one of them face down, build it, discard the rest.
Yeah.
Discarding the United Fronts.
I didn't catch what Dean built face down with Overhaul's first enhance.
Yeah, he went straight from hands down. I didn't see it either.
Yeah. But if Dean builds Glamorous, which is an Aoyama card in his hand, okay, we're going to use the Overhaul once per turn, he can unflip one of the things he's built. Glamorous respawns when it is built to unflip a foundation. Superfly Stomp was aimed at a backup, so Yelena will go down. We're just flipping Scott's stage. We're playing Apathetic after using it to target flip United Front. Scott's like, you can do that? There's the Glamorous.
Glamorous coming out.
Another Apathetic. Dean hates foundations. Does not want Scott's cards to have text. This is Chivalrous Competitor on a 5.
Chivalrous Competitor gives me PTSD just a little bit.
And then we're unflipping Massive Mutant Machine with Glamorous.
What?
Yep, that's what it does.
Massive Mutant Machine.
Okay.
Just being a great card to have.
Full disclosure, if I had had the time, I wanted to make an Overhaul Hero 2 deck for this weekend, just to play games in the lobby, you know, when I had time, but downtime between rounds. I was really focusing on the maximum Overhaul Queen of the Monsters kind of angle of playing, and just thinking about how many attacks I could play and kind of, you know, clear progressive and pick up those same attacks. But Glamorous plus Massive Mutant Machine was not on my radar, and is a very funny way to present a pretty scary attack every turn. So Bloodsucking Universe is going to give us a Roman Cancer token. Will help deal with the stats from the Massive Mutant Machine. We'll see if Scott is electing to give damage with Cardboard Crusaders. I think we are on this throw. And then Dean can choose to seal the throw and stop the tension if he wants with his own Cardboard Crusaders. I don't think he wants to.
Did he zone change and I missed it? Or is it just using an orange?
I think Scott just sat down with the right die for damage. Yeah.
Okay.
So we get our tension. Cardboard Crusaders did not seal this.
Let's get the Roman cancel.
It's got 2 more damage. Not sure from what.
I want to say that was Cardboard Crusaders.
Oh, are we tracking? Or, never mind. I think we're tracking speed. We gave speed to our throw.
Okay.
I'm just so used to putting damage on this. This is an 8 high for 5.
Look, Calvin, it's not always about you.
I'm just saying.
We get your line as far as no, I'm just playing. That's why I was questioning. I'm like, he used an orange die. Did he change the zone?
Yeah. Dean using his once per turn to play a face down, I believe.
Scott keep having to check overhauls,
Yeah,
exact text.
I don't. As you pointed out, Scott is on the card and stage Cardboard Crusaders. So he won. I believe that was one of the nationals. But he might not have been playing while overhaul was around.
I
Scott's
think it
hand
predated
has-
that.
Oh, it definitely predated that. I'm just not sure.
2019.
Okay, yeah.
The 2019 national team champions.
So we have a mechanical monster in our hand on Scott's side. I love the die roll. Deciding how he wants his turn to go by.
I mean, leave it up to chance.
Yeah.
We are in Vegas, so I
I
mean,
know, but I made that joke already, so.
I know.
It has been a day. I can make it again.
Yeah.
So I think Dean might have used the overhaul build and now has access to the once per turn to block if he wants.
I mean, maybe I should take Scott to the craps table later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, not with that turn 2 hand.
No.
Unless you want a full house.
No.
Dean responding to Mechanical Monster with It Can't Be Fixed to build the top card of his deck.
Well, we can give Scott credit. Coming back from having something like that, as far as what your hand is pretty impressive.
Yeah, definitely. You kind of get turn skip there for the second turn.
Mm-hmm.
We are unflipping our It Can't Be Fixed by, or we're blocking with it from our stage.
What is that action?
That one's ready to get set go. That card is wild. It was banned.
That card is broken.
And it was
isn't
specifically unbanned for Hero 2, which, in my opinion, is ambitious because that card is a response after your opponent plays their 4th foundation from the turn. You remove it, so you make a check on a 4, which if you do not play 2 checks, it passes going second, and it is build 2 foundations from your hand, which means you get to get 3 cards out of your hand, you draw to your hand size +1, and you start the game with 2 foundations if your opponent plays into it. When I was playing Hero 2 at Worlds, I want to say, I would just side into 4 of them in, what was it, All Might 3? And I would just be very sad every time my opponent failed their 4th foundation.
The stream can't see my face right now. I'm sure that's why Calvin's laughing. What the hell?
Yeah, that card is crazy.
Why did they leave it you know what? I'm
They're
not touching
testing it out.
No, I'm not
testing the
touching it.
waters here.
Yep, that's fine.
Show us why it should be banned, Dean.
I'll keep personal opinions myself. They're not reflective of UVS games.
So Superfly Stomp once again entering play, but we once again don't have a reconstruction or anything cute we can really do with it. We do have a momentum to use the Blitz, which will cause Scott to sacrifice I believe a face-up foundation and spend one of his momentum, which here would be a bit tough because we're holding on to that Roman cancel. And this might force Scott to use the Cardboard Crusaders if he values the ability to set Dean's unblocked attack to 3 damage this turn.
It looks like he's debating the seal.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to seal it.
Yeah.
Dean saying, okay, that's fine. What will our first enhance be? Maybe an overhaul build? We have 2 apathetic. We can continue our string of just flipping down everything Scott has, you know, by flipping it and then using overhauls enhanced to then play the apathetic into our card pool, ignoring progressive.
I must take apathetic and put it in pony.
That card's great.
Yes.
Card's really, really good.
Yes.
You know, we don't
It's
know how good we have it.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
We were unhappy about destructive heat ray flipping stuff, but that one has conditions.
Yeah.
Apathetic just says that one.
Nah, I'm gonna flip that one.
Yeah.
I constantly would hear that My Hero 1 was absolutely busted, and I never really get to see
Yeah.
it. This is the way that
It was a lot of fun to play with, I'll say. I think at a certain point, people started to get a little tired of it. I definitely remember a period where people were like, we just want to ban all of set 1. So we can kind of move forward with these kind of lower power cards that had come out since then. But that was pre-rotation announcement, and then now that we've lost a lot of these cards, I look fondly back at things like requesting assistance. I'm like, I love that one. I know it's too good. I understand, but
it is too good. I hate it. Ryan used it against me, and it made me hate it.
Yeah, you hate it.
I hate it.
Ryan killed me with that one.
Yeah, it
not
killed
okay.
Me. It killed me.
So
Not
blocking
okay,
with a Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla here.
I don't know how it would feel
Mothra
being Scott,
response.
just seeing my face everywhere on the table right now.
It's gotta feel kind of cool, right?
Yeah.
To
I mean, to a
design this
degree.
impact,
To a degree.
I assume this asset was probably designed quite a while ago.
Yeah.
Probably not really anticipating just how good like the order symbol would be at this point, and the home it would find in so many decks.
Oh yeah. It is one that is almost impossible to find at this moment because so many people are after it and using it in their decks.
So Dean playing a second Superfly Stomp here. Comes in with the minus speed from Mothra, and then we are going to Cardboard Crusader's response for... What are we picking? Speed or damage? Thinking through what we want to do. I mean, so far...
I think damage is the way to go. Yeah, damage.
We'll probably blitz here. So far, Dean's deck has really been... just kind of attacking foundations. This is what it looks like. Target flip that, break that face up. This does cause Scott to lose the Roman cancel, which I don't know if Dean has access to another mutant machine, but that could be a little spooky here.
I didn't see it. Did Dean give him 1/1 for Frenzy?
It looks like it. Yeah, we see the -1 speed +1 damage because -2 speed from Mothra. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I believe so.
Yay, people actually playing Frenzy.
Yeah.
It has to become more powerful at some point in time, right?
Yeah.
Right? Well,
I mean, it's a great keyword. It's just it sort of depends on how people are defending.
it just gets overlooked so much, I think.
If people are relying on things like Haven of Return, Roman cancels, and not really constantly blocking, then Frenzy stats can be 1/1, 2/2, and in that case, it's not that impressive. So I think this was with the overhaul once per turn. So it'll check. Now this enables maximum overhauls. Add 3 face-down foundations to your hand and give 1/1 for each one you add to hand.
I wanted to say, I've seen this card, and
yeah, this card was around until this last rotation.
yeah, and there's a Deku one that's similar to this, isn't there?
In terms of the art, yes.
Yeah, in terms
yeah,
of not function, but
yes,
artwork.
I know what it's something Unleashed. It is a 1-check that when you discard a card as a card pool response to build that card.
Oh, okay.
I think once per enhanced step. So the overhaul enhance, I don't think we've picked a build here on max overhaul. We're just deciding what we are adding to hand.
Yeah, I want to say, yeah, it was One for All Unleashed.
One for All Unleashed. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, these promos came out right around Undaunted Raid. Makes sense, right? With the overall deck coming out, they can give you an overhaul promo to use. Okay, so we got a good amount of damage and a good amount of speed on this.
So Scott's running into this right now, and I have to ask you, as you are the one that won the Chicago Regional and are going to get the opportunity to have your own backup. How are you going to feel if you get beat by your own card?
Oh, I think it'll be sick.
Yeah.
I'm totally down. Anima shot me. Go for it.
That's amazing. I love
no,
that.
it's just, it's all in good fun,
Yeah. I love that.
The community is so awesome in this game, and I just enjoy spending time with everybody and, getting to know people. That was one of the best things about this weekend was, instead of having to focus on playing, I get to have, while you guys are talking, go around, talk to everyone. So no, I'm totally fine by beating by my own card. Learning the standards, getting built with maximum overhauls, overhaul enhance.
Another one that had just rotated that was
This one was actually a year ago rotated. It was a set 2.
Yeah.
There's a second effect on this, and I want to say it is response when your opponent builds a foundation during the combat phase. Flip it. Is a flip. But typically used for the first one, which is response after you take damage from an unblocked attack. Your opponent must play a non-attack card as their next form or pass. Yeah, or end their combat phase.
Or in the combat phase, they have to end their turn.
Well, it flips an asset if they build it during their combat phase. Surprised I remembered that. Okay, so Mothra has blocked this, and now Aerial Kokosho is coming down. Did cost us all of our resources. That's spooky, because Master Mutant Machine is still ready in teen stage. I don't think that is 20 damage on its own, but it certainly is 7 plus the printed damage on whatever attack is coming between the overhaul response and Massive Mutant Machine. This Kokosho is going to do 7, though. Don't think we're blocking a 9 high. Okay, we check a 5 on a 7. That is a hardened jab. This is a 3 mid 5. One of the good ones. We're going to pick up that face down. We're going to build another foundation. This will do 7. And then do we have 13? This will do 12. This will do 12.
12.
So we have to find 7 damage. I don't know if we have that. Oh, do we have another hardened jab in our hand? On an 8, it would check no matter what, but if we checked a 3, overhaul would be sideways, and then hardened jab would not end the game. I don't think I see one in his hand. No, we're building. Yeah. Okay, Armorclad Faith coming out. There's the reconstruction, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Chivalrous on a 6. Do we pass it?
Competitor.
That's a little scary. Yeah.
And end up failing it.
But we still have 6 ready foundations if Scott enters the enhanced step for Dean, so he can build from his hand.
Hardened jab, building the card face down, not committed, I think is great.
Yeah, it also just if you don't have a face down foundation, it just builds a card. You don't have to pick up anything. It's one of those cards that I say I miss, but then my opponent puts it on the table against me. I'm like, I don't know if I missed this card.
Another MHA1 card. I'm seeing why people were saying what they were about the set.
Sure, yeah. They're fun, though. These cards are so fun. I'm such an Electric Jolt enjoyer.
Fun to you. When I
use them too.
When I play against it, it's not fun.
You get to release if you want. I know you have to go figure out.
Just trying to convince me to get into My Hero 2.
A little bit, maybe.
Okay, that is fair. I will give you that.
I mean, we do run Hero 2 at our locals.
Oh, I know, and I just end up playing my standard deck.
I know.
I was saying earlier, it's like Tam said, "Oh, you might as well play My Hero 2. You have all the cards." I went, but I kind of gave away those cards that rotated.
Yeah,
I have regrets.
I mean, it's a little tough because we didn't know they're coming back or anything. But
yeah, it was one of those. It was before they said My Hero 2 actually was being a format.
Yeah. At least to me, I would like to see a big push for Hero 2 this year, as everything from 2024 rotates, because that is like 1,300 cards. It is a huge chunk of
this upcoming upcoming rotation.
People just lose so many things that they spent time and energy collecting and have been playing for a few years. And it's a bit of a smaller rotation. I understand the it's okay, but I think this one people are gonna feel. So Scott is building on his turn. It looks like.
Team Dr. Ichigaki, a Yelena.
Yeah.
And I think I see a Botons in there as well.
Yes.
Guardian?
That is a Divine Defender.
Divine Defender. What am I thinking of? Sacred Guardian. That's the wrong one.
Substitute member.
Yeah, substitute.
Taking all our attacks, though.
Yeah, Divine Defender, and then maybe Botons are going to hold on to it for block.
Yeah, thinking about how we're going to deal with this next turn.
Roll
I
a
don't know if
dice.
he has another mid-block in hand.
Roll a dice, Scott. Roll a dice.
Let the dice decide.
Let the dice decide.
There's a walk the dog in hand, but obviously not a safe play into one committed foundation on Dean's side.
Yeah.
Maximum overhaul really helping with that, right? Pick up your committed face downs, build them back. That's Queen of the Monsters in Dean's hand. Didn't catch what the other cards were. Looks like it can't be fixed, and maybe a desperate play. Yeah. Tight-lipped, glamorous, and apathetic. Okay, so Dean can only hit with one card here, and that doesn't seem good enough.
You must have a microphone to, for Dean to listen to, because you started talking about it, and he just went through the cards just to rotate so we could see exactly what he had. And
we're looking at what Queen of the Monsters could build, but that might just force a Team Doctor from Scott. I don't think we have any attacks in our stage either with the overhaul. Built off the overhaul first enhance. Deciding if we want to enter this enhanced step, and I mean, Queen would draw us a card. I think it's a pretty reasonable play because you also blitz and draw then build before the enhanced steps. You still get that overhaul first enhance, which is pretty important. We're just gonna build. This lets us we get to overhaul build the Queen down if we want and save it for later. If we would like to, or use it to block. I mean, Scott has shown walk the dogs, and a 1 low into this walk the dog would be pretty good, but he has checked a bunch of them. I think he has one in his hand.
what is the 0 dip next to Desperate Plea where we can see SOE?
Next to Desperate Plea, that is tight-lipped. It is enhanced, flip 1 foundation. I believe it's this attack gets 1 damage.
Okay.
I didn't see the Meeting Hanj in Dean's stage.
Okay. Hanj, yeah.
Yeah, Meeting Hanj does a lot in overhaul because you usually build out your hand. The blood-sucking universe. Scott asking Dean, are you going to remove me from the stage? We're going to take away tension, probably. We don't have a full block for this anyway, unless we use overhaul.
I think he's going to take away throw. Yeah, he's taking away throw.
Okay, so we are probably electing to use the Meeting Hanj to draw into a high block, or using overhaul to block with maybe an apathetic from our stage or something like that. Just some high block. This might let Scott draw a card, though, because of the Roman cancel, if we choose to do that. I think Scott at 8 life is probably feeling the pressure, though, and is going to hold this for Roman cancel yellow. Yeah, so Dean's going to build down that Queen of the Monsters. And this is a perfect time to use overhauls once per turn to play a card from his face down ignoring progressive, because normally it says if it is your opponent's turn, you discard a card. However, his hand is now empty. This doesn't mean he cannot block after blocking from his stage, though, because Meeting Hanj is enhanced, discard 2, draw 2, and it is not cost to discard those cards. Scott's looking at his discard. I assume Dean will probably block with one of these apathetics. So we might flip. Don't do this. Okay. Scott's saying, no, don't do this.
Yeah, don't do this.
Okay, so now we can maybe fire off the Meeting Hanj, but I think we probably want to wait until we have to. The risk in doing this, though, is I believe we're at the foundation threshold for Mechanical Monster. So Scott might elect to play one of those and tap down the Meeting Hanj, and then Constantine does not have a good... He has no way of getting to cards then.
Armor-clad face, a 3 high block.
We kept the apathetic in our stage. Makes sense. That card is pretty good. We want to keep those. Mothra Response will give speed to our next move, and Desperate Plea is going to build down the armor class. Okay. That's cool.
And Desperate Plea, a great card.
Yeah.
Block, flip, instantly bullet into your card, your stage, excuse me.
Yeah, I'll make a check on a 6 and unflip my foundation.
Yeah.
It's pretty great. Okay, Scott. Looking at his hand.
I mean, I am wearing the life symbol pin, so,
Yeah,
a little bias towards life cards.
We're going to clear this Bloodsucking Universe. It did not deal any damage anyway. But this does mean we don't have a Roman Cancel Yellow going to next turn unless we have one in hand. Are we going to respond that Kokosho? I doubt it. Better to use that on Dean's turn. I think if Scott can put Dean below 7 life, then we might force him to block a really fast aerial Kokosho on his turn, right? Now we're just gonna check this. We didn't pay the drive on it, or did we?
Trying to see.
I think we missed the drive, unless that's that committed foundation. That must be.
Yeah.
Okay, this is one way of approaching this. It's just very fast for a lot. But we don't present a lot of defense now on Constantine's turn, and we might force the game this turn as a result. But we flipped Meeting Hanj and it didn't draw.
I'm like Constantine. I'm trying to figure out what that attack is that he threw down.
I'm trying to figure out why we didn't draw with Meeting Hanj. We're going to take away throw or take away stun. Take away stun to keep us off Walk the Dog. Okay. Did I miss a target flip or something in Scott's stage? I'm not sure where the meeting. What happened with the Meeting Hanj? Oh, Team Doctor. Okay, I understand now. Scott held the Team Doctor. This is going to be a learning the standards response on Levi's rapid takedown. Dean is at 4 life, so Scott just needs to play a foundation and then pass an attack, and I think we have it. Yeah, I totally missed the Team Doctor there. With 6 foundations, it should not be that hard. It's going to 4. And that is a... Oh, is that a Walk the Dog? Oh my gosh. Okay, Walk the Dog on a 10. Do we have 7 foundations? We do with Mothra. Okay, it's good enough. It checks no matter what. All right, game 1 going to Scott Sunman.
Yeah, I don't think Dean has anything.
No, because his only card draw got canceled.
Yeah.
I just missed the Team Doctor earlier.
Yeah.
So, able to pass a Walk the Dog on a 10.
Okay, explain how that happened.
Okay.
People may not be familiar with how Mothra operates. Passing a 10.
Oh, we just have the resources to do it.
Yeah.
So Scott's stage was wide enough, and Walk the Dog was a 7 difficulty card because Dean had removed stun from Levi's rapid takedown.
Does Scott have a price tag on one of those cards?
I mean, he needed them and got them from the vendor, probably, right?
He just realized, he goes, oh, yeah, pick it up. That is the best thing.
Yeah. Players having a good time.
Oh, yep.
It's good to see people enjoying this format. Yeah. Scott's adding a lot of cards. Maybe removing some uniques.
I mean, I would.
No,
I would, given what
okay.
happened, having an entire hand filled with duplicates of yourself on the asset.
Looks like Dean Cyborg contains Plus Ultra, Frantic Rescue, Analytical Observation. Trying to see the cards he's flicking through. Learning the standards, and Vast Hybrid. Okay, yeah, he has 2, 2, 2, 2, 2 of each.
Oh, now you may have just convinced me off of this format, because it means I'm going to have to deal with Vast Hybrid Chimera Kraken again.
Oh, so this is the other.
Oh, I know this is
Vast. Oh, sorry, this is Vast Strength.
Vast Strength.
Yes.
That's the one that cancels things up.
Yeah, so I think we brought Learning the Standards and Vast Strength in.
But you mentioned Vast Hybrid. It made me think of Chimera Kraken. I'm like, wait,
It's only been gone like 2 months.
Look, all right.
I guess
I played against Calvin
3 at this point.
I played against
I know
Calvin.
we both
would,
did.
It
We've
would
been cracking.
traumatize.
We've been cracking hundreds of times.
Yes.
I know. However,
you know where I'm coming from.
we just watched Monster vs. Machine do the same thing all weekend.
Yeah, and I'm the one that said in Chicago that should be a unique, and I'm getting absolutely blasted.
That's Massive
for it.
Mutant Machine. Monster vs. Machine.
Monster vs. Machine. Yes.
Yes, the target commit.
Yeah, I mean,
Doesn't feel as bad when it's a 3 mid 3. Is that why? You know, Kraken hitting for 6 was pretty painful, and also
Yes.
going to momentum for 2 speed, kind of like a Punisher effect, you know, where you feel bad because you fail a block or something, and then it gets harder to block later because it's face up in the momentum there.
I think it's just a quick backhand rather than a full punch. Because 3 mid 3, you're right. Just because it is a
We
little
watched
bit.
it be a 13 mid 16 or something.
Yeah, let's not talk about that.
I'm just saying. I mean, this segues into the Massive Mutant Machine unique thing.
Yeah,
So,
it's coming full circle now.
Yeah.
We're going one subject into another. All the cards are the same. Let's just be honest. All the cards, it doesn't matter. The points don't matter.
so Dean gets to go first here. Trying to figure out what went kind of awry that game for Dean. You know, he had different combo pieces, and none of them segued together that well. We were kind of close on that one turn where we got rid of the Roman cancel by causing Scott to spend a momentum with the Superfly Stomp Blitz. But it just was not quite enough damage. Dean's hand looks like a pretty solid keep here. We have the glamorous Massive Mutant Machine combo we saw in game 1.
We see meeting Hanj on Dean's side as well.
Mm-hmm.
I think we
Learning
could have done.
standards.
I think we could have done more with meeting Hanj though.
Well, it was legal, or sorry, it is legal.
No, yeah. No, I meant on Dean's final turn.
He attempted to draw and it got canceled with Team Doctor.
You're right.
Yeah.
Never mind. I'm gonna shut up. I'm just gonna sit here.
You're fine. You're fine.
My job's to look pretty and to
Just
say, yeah. What does that do?
Scott has himself in hand again. There's a Team Hero 15, Sleepyhead, 2 Divine Defenders, I believe Godzilla vs. Mecha Godzilla. We're reviewing a Sleepyhead.
Drawing, don't do this.
And
And
Sleepyhead's back.
Sleepyhead.
We don't like that one.
Gecko first. Then
Going on a 4.
that's Godzilla versus Mecha.
Power Crusaders on a 4. That
going
could have
to
cost
come
him his
down.
character. I think we meant to play that first, but Dean providing him a foundation with a learning the standards response on Cardboard Crusaders. Says, one of you is enough. We don't need 2. Here's Team Hero, the best card in Scott's discard on a 4. Divine Defender comes out. Probably another foundation or 2. We can go on a 6 and tap that face down Dean gave us. It's kind of the downside of dealing with that Cardboard Crusaders. Now we say it's good enough.
And that's interesting tech that happens there is because it got built down and it got flipped. It went from asset to foundation. It is already in the stage, so he would be able to use it and commit it to pass the check.
You could go on a 6 and commit that face down.
Yeah.
But electing to keep the blocks, respecting Overhaul's ability to put out damage. Oh, we are... So Dean can't even use the Enhance to pick up foundations here because Maximum Overhaul says if a card has been played anywhere other than your hand this turn, add 3 face downs to your hand, up to 3. And it gets a speed and damage for each. So this is purely an Overhaul Enhance, build Massive Mutant Machine from hand angle.
Okay.
Or a foundation if we're kind of waiting. But we're building Glamour. Wait, do we have 2 Massive Mutant Machines? No, we value the learning the standards. Okay. We don't have a first enhance now with Overhaul, though. Because we didn't build from hand, and I didn't spot another attack in Dean's hand. Gonna meeting Hanj to filter draw. Probably going to Overhaul play that one again. Just continue cycling through our deck. Yeah. Now we have another... is that another Glamorous? I think it was.
He's getting rid of Desperate Plea and can't fix this. I think he did draw a Glamorous.
I think I saw Aoyama. I'm not sure. It's tight-lipped.
Yeah.
Other Aoyama card. We have Superfly Stomp, though.
Scott rolling dice once again. I'm sorry, I love this. This is you know me well enough. This is
It's pretty great.
Some crazy stuff that I would
Dean's
do.
in. Nah, flip that one down.
Like, you know what? I'm gonna roll a dice. Yeah.
Well,
pick
it was
that
getting
one.
flipped anyway. Oh
Yeah.
no, it wouldn't have been if it was Batra arrives. Okay, so if we had built Batra, we could have canceled the learning the standards response. But Scott's saying no, it's fine. Dean has 2
speed.
minus 2 speed on it from the Mondo Greco. Overall, does not give any speed. Or are we looking at damage?
I think that's speed. Because that would make it a 5/5. Going for the block with don't do this.
Author response here. Maybe Mecha Godzilla. Yeah, pick up that 2 low block. Gonna be pretty good against the Superfly Stomp if we want.
Yep, Superfly Stomp.
So here I am anticipating Dean to build a face down from his hand, which is a massive mutant machine. Save that for later. And then use Overhaul to play Meeting Hange on a 3. Because that'll give us access to more cards. We don't have a lot of cards in hand right now. We only have 2. Gets the Frenzy stats.
I don't know why it makes me so happy to see people playing Frenzy.
There is the face down mutant machine, yeah. And I assume we're gonna play. We could play the Glamorous. I guess we want to unflip the mutant machine, but I think we kind of need some cards in hand right now. Oh, we're going for the Glamorous. Okay. Scott electing to take the damage, I believe, on the. We didn't commit.
Glamorous, unflip mutant machine, like you said.
But we didn't overall respond either. So overall does give 2 damage if the attack is unblocked at the cost of flipping a foundation. Unless we flip the Glamorous. We might have flipped the Glamorous. Scott's hand looks like a lot of foundations here. I believe the life totals are not right now. I think Scott took 6. Here's a blood-sucking universe. Maybe not. No, we want this one first.
Has less foundations. It's built in. Any response? Dean says, no, you're good.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything that interacts with that. Oh, learning the standards. That's right. Violent Animus Shot in Scott's deck. Commit 2 to pass this. Dean kind of deliberating on whether he would like to remove Tension or Throw from this Bloodsucking universe. Scott making this a fast throw again with Arbor Crusaders.
I believe he's going to remove Tension this time.
Guess we'll see. Now we are down to the last third of the hour on this match, and if Dean cannot find a kill here in a little bit, we have a couple turns, right? But Scott might take this 1-0. We're gonna block with the Meeting Hange, and then we're gonna desperately build it in. I do like this. It's a way around the. So we took Tension off, by the way.
Yeah, took Tension off. Essentially looped Meeting Hange.
Yep. Now we can draw 2 blocks if we want.
See what happens when Team Dr. Ichigaki isn't around. You actually can
but
use Meeting Hange.
It might be. And, I don't see it in Scott's hand.
Well, not currently active.
Yeah. Building a couple cards here. Both don't do this. Substitute member. Batch arrives. Batch arrives is going to be really good against Dean at this point because you don't just cause Apathetic to tap it. Dean's hand has a hardened jab. That could pick up Glamorous, which would unflip the mutant machine, or it could pick up Desperately, which as we've seen has been very useful. Don't spot. That might be another attack. Can't tell if it's like canister creation or what. 2 apathetics. Okay, so we have a mutant machine in hand as well. Don't think we can get 2 face-up mutant machines during our combat phase here.
That would be a lot.
So we're leading off here with... Is that canister? Yeah, it's canister creation strike. Checks a canister creation strike. I'm seeing double.
World power card.
Yeah.
I recognize this one.
Yeah, this one's standard legal. We're going to commit to, and it is going to get sealed immediately. Scott says, no building from your discard, please. Dean is going to first enhance, likely to build with overhaul. That is a massive mutant machine going down into Dean's stage. Sealed and they have a thing for cannot leave the card pool. It's just blank. we couldn't fit all the words on it.
That's good.
It's locked, which does matter for this deck.
Yeah.
Queen of the Monsters is certainly
one
around.
that says stuck.
Yeah.
Put that on there. Scott giving a thumbs up.
Chronostasis enhance. Lock it in the card pool. So Scott is going to set the speed to 3. It's for so much damage. Oh, the Master Mutant machine. Okay. Yeah, we traded Master Mutant with the substitute member, which is a positive trade for Dean if we have the turn cycles, right? Because it forces Scott's answers. Batch Arrives is just going to cancel this meeting haunch, though, if we attempt it, I think.
I mean, might as well attempt it so you can get rid of the Batcher Arrives, right?
Yeah, but I don't think we can take advantage of it in this turn cycle. And really the best way to do that would be to build some things you want to use in that turn and then immediately force the Batcher, then do everything you want while the cancel's not live. Because otherwise, Scott is going to untap with this and then be able to continue to cancel things. And Dean just loses a resource as a result. We're going for a block, I think. Dean is still doing some stuff. We're going to play from our stage, I want to say. Yeah. I think Scott blocked with the Walk the Dog and then didn't leave it in his card pool. Oh, Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla.
Yeah.
Of course.
Godzilla vs. Mecha just puts it right back in hand.
Yep.
Random Kaiju just having so many powerful cards that looking back at, the first couple sets with My Hero, just such synergy.
They're powerful in different ways. There's certainly very strong set 1 MHA cards. We see several of them in play right now. But we didn't have a 5 diff that was a 4 high 7 that built a card.
Yeah, that's
there are
that's
definitely
true.
some new ones that are we'll just say measuring up. I'm gonna flip apathetic. This will probably force Batra. Or he says, hey, I want that ready. You can flip Batra. Okay. This allows Scott to play more attacks this turn at the cost of a permanent cancel in Batra, right? But because Dean has 2 apathetics, it's going face down anyway. I agree with this. He's like, you want to flip this Mechagodzilla too? I'll give you that one.
You know what? Thinking back when I first started playing about cards that have rotated and what I can no longer play, I think I need to bring back Toga 3. Especially with all the weapons.
Is there a new card that you're...
Well, all the weapons that have been released in between set 6 and now.
She was legal until March, I think.
Yeah.
So unless Reina Kaiju got anything, I mean, there's probably some stuff. I don't keep a close eye on those keywords. Scott did get a Team Doctor into play, though, and that is how Dean died last time.
Yes,
so
unfortunately.
Important to keep that in mind. Dean is fanning through his discard, going into his turn now. Scott did get away with a poke there with the Bloodsucking Universe, and the tension makes it pretty hard. We now have a Queen of the Monsters. It checks on a 5. We're gonna attempt a build, and I think Scott might allow the Blitz to draw a card and put Walking Fortress. Ooh, that's a combo piece I hadn't spotted yet in Dean's deck. I did see him check it and just thought it was the Armorclad Faith. He's gonna attempt this. Scott says that's fine. Dean says, what about building it? Scott might say that's not fine.
Yeah, I think he's...
Yeah, that one stays there.
Yeah.
Put him on some progressive. This
That
does
one is
cost
stuck.
the cancel, which we saw really mattered on his kill turns. That might kill some of his offensive power going into the next turn. Still a 4 high 7 that must be contended with. We can tap Massive Mutant Machine if we would like to. We're going to flip the Meeting Hunch now that the coast is clear. No Batra, no Team Doctor. I couldn't see if that was an attack there. There wasn't learning the standards. Use our apathetic, say that one goes down. No picking up your blocks. So we got Walking Fortress, Canister Creation, Harden Jab. I think a Massive Mutant Machine. Still have both overhauls once per turn abilities. Scott could be in a little trouble this turn, to be honest. I'm curious. I kind of want to see what Dean does with Walking Fortress here, because he can Canister Creation and remove this Glamorous to build a Walking Fortress. So he does gain access to it if he has one in his discard. We are putting Massive Mutant Machine stats on this Queen of the Monsters, though. It's a 9 high 12 is blockable, but Mothra is the easier answer, right? You can just commit Mothra. We have a Protector of Life. We might elect to Breaker 1, because there's a card in Dean's card pool already.
But we still have plenty of foundations that
We do, but I think we want to play several attacks this turn if we can, because of the combo with like Harden Jab and Canister Creation and all that.
That's true.
But we might just say, this is the turn.
Yeah, I don't know.
You canceled my Blitz. I got your Team Doctor and your Protector of Life. I'm good.
Yeah.
We are going to flip as a response
What are we
with
flipping?
Overhaul. So Overhaul can respond before the or after the block step to give the attack 2 damage. If it deals damage, gain a life. Okay. So we are just electing to use Overhaul to play the Glamorous. This is on a 6? Yeah, it's on a 6.
And then has Walking
This is the
Fortress
Overhaul
up.
special when you have this suite of face downs, we'll call it, and you're just looking and what's this one, what's this one, what's this one.
Yeah. And then we have Walking Fortress, the regular art, and the alternate art, both in the card pool.
Yep. And Glamorous gives us another Mutant Machine. Scott losing that tension token and untapping.
And it became even more important to be able to check your face downs whenever Outwit came about as well.
Yeah. Now, Dean's back is against the wall a little bit because, once again, we're down to 8 minutes on the clock. And Dean has not touched Mothra. He has a lot of stats with the 2 Mutant Machines. We might have a way if we see like a max overhaul here, which Walking Fortress could put one into his stage, which will allow, you know, if we have another Mutant Machine in hand to build that. But that is only game 2. And in game 3, I definitely think Mothra is probably the favorite deck on the sudden death side, if that's where we're headed. But I'm not going to discount Scott either. Okay, we're going to build. So, not this turn. Not yet.
Team Hero 15, United Front.
Do we have a 4th card type? No. No ability to use these United Fronts. All our backups are dead. Okay, so Dean reviewing, drawing 2 more foundations. Rough. We're definitely entering the enhanced step. Gonna force something on Scott's side, even if it is just Mothra commit, because it allows us to do the overhaul enhances, which are important. but we do have access to a lot of attacks here if we want. I don't remember if exactly what we have in our stage. But canister coming out. Walking
creation.
Fortress will give us access to an attack though via overhaul.
Canister
if we
creation,
want.
checking maximum overhaul.
Yeah, that we just checked. So maybe that is the one. Unless we like Queen of the Monsters or perhaps a Hardened Job. No, it's gonna be this max overhaul.
Max overhaul.
Definitely makes sense, right?
I think it would make more sense going for Queen of the Monsters if he had momentum.
Well, max overhaul is going to pick up these 2 face downs, and it will also put the 3rd mutant machine into play.
I completely forgot about the 3rd mutant machine.
There might be 3 and 4, like both copies in Dean's hand right now. Putting 5/5 on this. I mean, Scott has quite a few foundations here. 11 foundations. And Protector of Life will block this, no problem. We also have Team Hero if we need a substitute member or something like that. Looking like we might go that way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Possibly. Going back and forth.
I mean, we have several ways we want to do this turn, but if we start out blocking on like an 11, it could cost us 8 of our foundations, and that does not immediately spell death because we still have the Mothra in hands, but we don't know what is in Dean's hand and what could be coming. So it's a little scary to just kind of say, I'll throw out that Protector and risk the majority of my stage for the turn.
Learning the standards?
Yeah, we're going for learning the standards. This deals with the Team Hero build.
Yes.
So passing 1 too many enhances maybe. We are flipping for overhaul response. This is for a lot, and Scott takes it. Okay.
There is a chance.
We are on the board. We hit for
Hardened
12.
jab.
Here's a hardened jab. We still have the max overhaul that skips progressive. We're going to... Are we building down with overhaul firsty, or are we not yet? Not yet. Looking at what we got. Dean's got to find the kill here. And another if we're going to take it to the finals. This is a 3 mid 5.
That's right. That is important to note. We are in the top 4. This is for competing for in the finals. Whoever wins here will be in the finals.
Get a shot at that first place check. This is an 8 mid for 10 with the massive meat machine stats. Scott.
I'm sorry. Can you clarify? They get a check? Question mark?
Yeah, Levi did these fancy checks this time.
Oh,
Get photos with it. Yeah. No, it's really cool. This is blocked for block. But Scott still has a fully ready stage. I think one of the problems with approaching overhaul from this like massive mutant machine angle on the earth symbol is you lose the ready and asset cards. You have no pristine sword play or anything like that. And that can matter against these control decks where you really need the ability to get a lot of speed on several moves.
maximum overdrive. As you said, not having to worry about progressive.
Yeah, so we've used our ones per turn. We are choosing our last commit, and then we're going to pick all 3 up, probably.
Yep, it is.
Get those 0 diffs. They're easy to check so that we can get them back into our stage.
Yep.
But this is going to get blocked and hit with probably the Protector of Life. And then Scott has a turn to kill, and then we'll see how it plays out, actually. Dean saying, I'm going to build this face down with overhaul first. Yep. We need resources. We're going to pick up 3. Yeah, pick up all 3. It's only 1 overprinted on speeds. This is a 5 low. And we have like 11 foundations at Scott's stage. I don't think we'll be able to get there this turn on Dean's end. We could build Massive Mutant Machine, but it'll just get blocked. Even if we get the 5 speed and damage.
I think Scott...
And the last attack in our hand is Queen of the Monsters. I don't think that that's really going to get there either.
Massive Mutant Machine getting built down. I think Scott electing to just build last turn was that moment.
It's really tough to get through that Mothra commit. Dean did his best here.
So that's 10.
We just have a 1 low. Checking the 3 is rough, but we have 11 cards.
It was 10 low.
Yep.
Tap committed it all.
Breaker 1. How are you passing these checks? On a 10, checks a 3. Oh my goodness. We just made Walk the Dog free. I don't know how I... 4, 5, 6, 10. Did we account for the Breaker 1?
It was Breaker 2, I think.
No, it's Breaker 1. The Violent Animus. We checked out 3 on a 10. It says, give me 1 more. We tap Overhaul. A Learning the Standards and a Dream against 18 life. Yeah, Scott's saying you checked a 3 on a 10. I think Dean, realizing the time situation, is just saying, I must get this into play.
He's saying he needs to kill right now. Putting the monsters and giving it damage with Mutant Machine.
Oh, okay. I see what... I think he meant overhaul build. No, we're just going through what could have happened. I think Dean is conceding. There's a Protector of Life. He's like, yeah, I can block this. Yeah, no, we're not able to get there.
So explain what you were thinking was happening there.
Well, it looked like he wanted to play the Massive Mutant Machine,
there.
but I think he's just realizing, like overtime is called. Scott is up a game. This is not happening.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just kind of showing what his deck could have potentially done here. Like if we built the Massive Mutant Machine with maximum overhaul, there's a world where we play this queen. Yeah, checks it. I don't know where we're at this point, but
yeah,
going there on a 5 and then on a 10 with Glamorous.
3, he would give it back.
See if we can get to 2 mutant machines. Yeah, I don't.
So that would make it.
I think we're just talking through what. Yeah.
That would make it 12 high and another 5, so it would be 12 high, 12, I think.
Yeah, with the Mothra response or whatever, but
yeah.
I mean we're we're 8 foundations short of doing this.
Yeah.
Really cool deck though on Dean's side. It was a pleasure to watch this one. It's kind of super enjoyable saying, yeah, I don't know if the 3's this one or the one after, so let's just see. But this puts Scott in the finals with Mothra.
I mean, I would say I didn't expect that to happen, but I also didn't know what to expect with My Hero 2.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, it makes sense. It's a lot of the cards we see in Standard with a couple additional pieces. I don't know. It's Mothra, right?
Yeah, it's
when you're dealing with Massive Mutant Machines and you can only really put a lot of stats on one move, Mothra can just say no. And we saw it happen,
and she is Queen of the Monsters. She does say no quite often.
Yeah, sure.
And it was an amazing match.
Yeah, for sure.
Two great players. Constantine being
our
LC champion, a former regional champion, and
yeah, really cool overhaul deck, but not quite able to deal with the defensive pressure that Mothra just has by existing.
And Scott proving he can't be beaten by his own card.
That is true. That card was not enough.
It was not enough.
Getting the back, or getting game 1 on the back of the Team Dr. Ishigaki as well.
Yeah, that was not only amazing to watch, but also impressive.
Yeah, and I mean, if you look at Scott's deck, I didn't see a whole lot of stuff that was from outside Hero 2, or sorry, outside of Standard currently.
Outside of Standard, yeah.
Yeah.
There was an occasional things, but I mean,
yeah. So for
regardless.
anyone looking to get into the format, may I present Mothra? You know, you can do something like this. You don't need to play Mothra. You can do something like a standard deck. I actually think it reminds me of a video that Jet did recently about getting into retro and how a Reiner deck in Chicago top 8'd the retro event with like maybe a couple changes. These formats can look scary because the card pools get really massive, but a lot of the standard cards do well for a reason. And you can approach the format from saying, I'm just going to try my standard deck, see how it goes. And then the nice part about this is people in this game are so easy to play against and like fun that a lot of times they'll just go, hey, you should look at this card. This card's really good for you. And from that, you can kind of approach the format where you just sort of learn about the cards organically.
And yes.
Yep. So
yes, completely agree.
The other way is, you know, what Dean is kind of doing with looking at synergies that didn't really exist before and then building off of them. And that requires a lot more digging around, looking at card databases, figuring out the old stuff and realizing interactions, you know, like Glamorous from set 1 on building Massive Mutant Machine from TMNT that comes out, you know, all these years later.
Honestly, hurts my head. It is
you know,
a lot to
I
think
understand
about,
it's not for everyone.
Yeah.
So, you know, there is that alternative route of saying, I'm going to take my standard deck.
I take my standard deck, I play it in my Hero 2, and I lose to Jiro.
Yep.
But I got taught in the last match how I can win.
Did Ryan explain how to beat Jiro?
Well, no. Steven showed how to beat Jiro. In the last match. He showed how to actually beat Jiro. So now I've got some ideas that I can implement, and I'm coming for you, Ryan.
Ryan is not safe.
You're not going to beat me again, all right? I'm coming for you, and
no, you're good.
Over.
Dean, it was genuine. It was really fun to watch.
Yeah.
There's a lot of cool stuff going on. We had a good time. Yeah.
But,
yeah.
Yeah. But we are going to get a quick break and then go back to the next match.
Yeah, we're still on.
Yeah. We're going to take a quick break.
Yeah, let's get set up for the finals here. I don't know if the other half of the bracket is still playing out, but we'll be right back, and then we will do a interview, potentially?
Potentially, but I am signing off for the weekend.
So no interview on the top 4.
That is going to do it for me, guys.
But Ryan and I will be back for the Hero 2 finals, where we get to see Mothra versus To Be Decided.
Yeah. And thanks for tuning in. Continue to watch because it's going to be a great match regardless.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I'm going to be watching just off to the side because I'm here. It's a lot easier to see. But stick around, and if you're in Twitch, I'll be in chat. So there you go.
Don't go anywhere, guys. We'll be back in a bit.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Hero 2 Finals here at the Las Vegas Regional. My name's Tam, and I'm joined by Ryan for the first time on the booth. They decided to save the best for last. Ryan, I'm so incredibly happy to cast with you for this last round.
It's great. I've had a great time casting my first event, and I'm glad that we get to send us off with the Hero 2 Finals.
And I'm excited to be back behind the booth for this incredible match. We have Scott Summon versus Steven S. Mothra versus Pony, an Earth Order character in the finals at the Las Vegas Regional. Who could have guessed it?
Twice in one day.
Twice in one day. But two pretty different characters. Scott, a defensive, blocking, take my time, bid myself, but make sure I have as much advantage as possible and really slow the game down at my pace. But Pony, out the gate, sprinting, slinging as many moves as possible. What are your thoughts on this match as we headed into it?
Well, Pony is especially aggressive in Hero 2, where I think the biggest addition is getting back any means necessary, getting a 9th through 12th copy of when this card is discarded, draw a card, letting Pony maintain the hand size and get extra enhances to generate even more counters. Mothra, I haven't seen what they're playing. Order has a ton of great stuff from My Hero Set 1 onward. And are we going to see Electric Jolt? Are we going to see Indiscriminate Shock? Are we going to see Focus Attack? What is the win condition of choice here?
I've got bad news for you.
Oh, no.
This is a standard deck. This is the deck that Scott registered for the main event, proving to everybody out there that the new heads can get it done just like the rest of it. If you've got no Hero 2 cards, that's A-OK. You Hero 2 can find yourself in the finals of the Las Vegas 1K.
If I remember correctly, in Chicago, there was a player who registered their standard Reiner deck in Retro and made the top 8. So
these new cards. People tout that the old stuff's always better. The grass is always greener. Back in my day, kind of attitude. But man, I've read Queen of the Monsters. Yeah. That's a pretty good one. I've read Mothra. That's a pretty good one. Absolutely going to be able to keep up with the best of us. As we have Scott starting off Mondo Gecko plus 2 foundations and an asset that's got his cute little smile on it. Cardboard Crusaders there, headed into Pony's turn.
Yeah, Divine Defender is one that I expected to see a lot more in general. It reminds me of Struggling with Studies, which was a very heavily played card in its time. But Divine Defender hasn't really caught on, and it's not like it's even on bad symbols or anything. It's on good, it's on Order. It just hasn't quite made the cut yet.
It's on air. I mean, both these decks technically could be playing this card if Pony was decided to be on the air symbol. But yeah, it's an incredible defensive piece. But as we have seen, it's just not the prerogative of some of the players. Blocking is old school, some would say. As Pony builds back 5 of their own with the help of how do we have a committed foundation? How did this happen? New training method.
That was being
even.
read
Holy
right there,
cow! 6 foundations, 5 being standardly built, 1 being built down from new training method, building a free one out of our hand. And we know that Mothra with a 2 build, not going to be that aggressive. So let's empty out our hand. If we do happen to have a poke, we get to activate Pony, discard these last 2 cards, grab some horn counters as Bloodsucking Universe comes in over on Scott's side, checking the 5, 3 high for 5, throw tension. Let's see what damage we can do to this tiny 7 hand size character.
Yeah, Bloodsucking Universe is definitely one of the most prominent cards in the metagame right now. I think in the month of April, it might have actually been like one of the most purchased UniVersus cards on TCG Player, which is an interesting metric that it's just people want to get their hands on this card. It is super, super hot right now. It is on All and Order, which I can't actually remember the last time I saw an All deck be. I don't remember if there was one on stream a single time yesterday, but Order is definitely back. Order had been struggling for a little bit, but we saw it win the tournament. It won Chicago as well. Bloodsucking Universe has been a crucial piece, one of the most consistent tension moves out there.
And I want to talk about something about the Bloodsucking as Scott builds out here. We decided to use our Cardboard Crusaders to give it +3 speed rather than the +3 guaranteed damage, right? It's a 3 high for 5. Given the speed here, make it a 6 for 5 rather than a 3 for 8 throw. This is the small metrics that we're caring about in Scott's deck because we have to play so tight. I need that 5th point of damage from you not blocking rather than letting you get the block and you'll just take half on the 4. Really heads up play. normally whenever you think of a throw, it's just like, hey, how do I put more damage on this, send it to the moon? But that just wasn't Scott's prerogative.
Yeah, it's usually the really slow throws are pretty prominent here. I think Jawjammer is the poster child of the slow, high damage throw.
Yeah,
2 speed, but it can get up to, just on its own, it can get up to 8 damage if you use its enhance. But Bloodsucking Universe providing a lot more utility in the Roman Cancel, and I really underestimated that card when it was first revealed. It was not until I put it on the table myself where a light bulb turned on and I went, wait a minute, I need a momentum to use the Roman Cancel's defensive ability. But look, it's a throw. It goes there with it.
How
oh my
could we
God.
possibly get one?
I have 2 momentum now.
We love cards that ask and answer their own questions,
Yeah.
right? That's how we can tell the good ones from the great ones. Speaking of, Lethal Slash coming in. If it's the second card played after this team hero, we're allowed to, after it resolves, remove it. Unless Cardboard Crusader, one of those old school cards, coming in, sealing the card, saying, hey, bucko, that one's not going anywhere. And a bonus, I believe it says that card can't leave the card pool either.
It does say both those things, yes.
So no extra clearing tricks from Pony. That one is stuck here for literally the entire turn. Something Pony absolutely hates.
Yeah, Pony hates cards in the card pool more than anything else. Can't even build it down with Queen of the Monsters. I believe it says cannot leave the card pool.
Wow. But possibly that we're not really playing extra attacks here. I think we kind of just wanted the extra draw, maybe a little Pony filter, because we opened with the team hero and a gnarly Protector of Life coming in, a half block technically, but with the response being able to say no damage, unless
Analytical Observation, which looks like there's a little communication between what's being done here with the card. Yes, but Analytical Observation will flip the block face down before you can use on-block responses.
Yeah, I think our question here is timing on play, on block. We have a discrepancy. If somebody did say the word pass, we've technically moved on past that window, well within the player's rights to make sure, hey, you're in the finals of the Hero 2 event here. Make sure you dot your I's, cross your T's, but it looks like Analytical is going to be activated, flipping over that Protector. Take the partial, no power token generation, which can be a bit of a thing. Mothra, very good at giving speed, very good at reducing speed, not very good at giving damage. So power tokens can be a pretty big enabler to find kill turns when you accidentally couldn't. So Protector getting canceled is tough.
The biggest part of that power token, there's a United Front down there.
Oh, you're so
and
right.
Cardboard Crusaders just removed itself, and that Team Hero 15, I believe, just built in that United Front, and without a power token, you do not have 4 different card types.
Wow, that card is actually blank sealed. it's doing nothing.
Yeah.
Scott's actually one of my locals, and I've played against him a bit. And this deck, I told him, like, you're kind of doing like a Reiner impression. He goes, yeah, but I block better. And I'm like, yeah, man, you're so right. And so one of his main pieces of game plan is get those 4 card types online, like you said. And you're right, cancel that power token, I think, is going to have some pretty massive effects. We haven't quite hit the mini game of figure out, hey, I get these 4 card types. I get to stack my deck, stack my check. Like, it's almost like this deck is like a combination of like Reiner and Rodan. I don't know, United Front. Look at the top 3 cards in my deck, pick which one I want. Yeah. It's a really, really cool puzzle that Scott has put together, showcasing off what you can do as Bloodsucking Universe once again hits the combat chain.
Checking a 3 this time, though. We are going to forego Master of Drunken Fighting. My guess, based on the inclusion of Master of Drunken Fighting and the inclusion of Sleepyhead, I imagine Aerial Kokosho is making some sort of appearance. I'm a huge fan of that card in Mothra. My biggest issue with Aerial Kokosho versus Rising Uppercut is you have to block. And that means there's a card in your card pool.
Yeah.
And that means that card's on a 5. And that means you check a 3 and you drive and you have no foundations left. And then they kill you. But Mothra gets the block without putting a card in the card pool. The Roman cancels and the throws will very consistently get you momentum that you don't even need to commit foundations for the drive. And then that card right there, Sleepyhead, gives you extra damage on the Aerial Kokosho. 1 damage if your rival has not taken damage. Well, it's their turn. They probably haven't taken any damage yet.
Probably.
And then Mothra is sideways. If your character's committed, plus 1 more damage.
Oof. Checking a 2 on this block here, asking the question, hey, are you down to commit out? If you do, I'm on the order symbol. You know it. Walk the Dog could be looming in the hand. Are we?
It's a lot of cards going sideways.
Including one of our best defensive pieces, the Shobijin's Message after block, respond, give your block breaker, attempting to end the turn, but even checking a 3 here would have left that Shobijin's up to try and, stave off the bleeding, but it looks like just Pony being left ready
to try and survive the onslaught.
Notably, Armorclad Faith was not used to remove any keywords from this Bloodsucking universe because there is a Roman cancel.
Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, it might be we're saving it for powerful. This throw might not matter, but the last throw could, right?
Or a Walk the Dog powerful, and you got 2 momentum, 6 damage. I definitely see it. Armorclad Faith, such a good card. We saw it played to great effect this weekend in the top cut. Specifically in the top 8 match, Dan used it to remove tension from Calvin's Stroke the Big Tree like 5 times throughout the tournament. So it is a great card to strip keywords off these effects, but as you said, valuing it a little bit later, maybe Steve isn't expecting to try to make a push and is just going to ignore the Roman cancel.
Yeah, 3 power cards being built over here on Scott's side. Batra arrives, canceling basically anything on Steve's board. Combined with Second United Front, as soon as we build down the last card, Team Dr. Ichigaki, which hits our mini game. We've got backup foundation character. That's 4. We now get to scout the top 6 cards of our deck, pick 2 of them up, cancel any 2 interaction pieces that we want, and we still haven't even talked about the fact that we've got Mothra and Roman cancel yellow to save our lives. If we are attacking as Steven, this is going to be a very hard wall to get through. Although, not a ton of ready resources on Scott's side, truthfully.
Yeah, and again, another asset to turn on United Front that removes itself from the stage.
Yeah.
Scott will have to use United Front before he uses Team Doctor. United Front is kind of holding Team Doctor hostage right now. if Team Doctor cancels an effect, then Scott's stage kind of goes back to being a little bit blank.
Yeah, and it looks like a first enhance. I would love to look at the top card of my deck and showcasing it off, pointing. This is an asset, and this is a backup. You've seen my foundation.
This one is green, but this one's green, but it is a backup. I promise.
It's a green gecko, not a blue gecko.
Mm-hmm.
Love it. Give me your thoughts on this. This could be Pony's first real attacking turn. We kind of been singing a lot of praises about Mothra. Haven't seen a ton of it. We got to see Pony in the finals of the other one.
Yeah.
The famous question. Mothra's at 18. Do you smell a kill?
Oh, my God. Well, if I didn't, blood is in the water now. Pony just discarded 2 copies of Any Means Necessary.
Holy cow.
Drawing 3 cards here. So Pony and Battle or Release is going to draw an additional card. I think Pony just went to 9 in hand? 10?
on the very first form of the game.
Yeah.
Wowzers.
It's going to be a lot. The question will really be, are there enough foundations? Will the checks be there? Pony will get to clear 1 card from the card pool, draw an additional card from pushing the advantage eventually.
Unless Batra arrives, says that that's the most important piece on the board, which at the moment, offensively, I think it probably is, unless we're nervous about what could possibly be picked up from that new training method. There's kind of a bit of a stare down when you have a Batra arrives. It's the art is literally him just like popping out of the egg, just like looking at you, being like, hey, don't use those foundations, bucko.
Something I'm a little curious to see. Steven has an interesting opportunity here. If Scott does use the Mothra Enhance, the wording is this attack is considered completely blocked during the block step.
Mm-hmm.
That Aaron sidestep down in Steven's stage says if this attack is completely blocked, draw a card. If he knows it's going to be completely blocked, he has the opportunity to trade that Aaron sidestep for an additional draw if he feels he needs it. I don't think he does. I don't think he does.
I don't think he does.
I don't think he does. That is 2 more additional draws with Any Means Necessary and another Wish Hard. That's discard 2, draw 3 again. Lethal Slash, draw again. He might have 11 cards in hands now. I lost track, honestly.
That's classic Pony. Unless you're down there, it's you kind of gotta hold out. I do want to talk about that play that you said though.
Yeah.
The Aaron sidestep, kind of telling though that we're kind of going all in, putting our chips on the table of like being aggressive. Because again, Mothra's whole deal is I want to block and block and block, and so if you block the first one, you have to continue to block cards over and over again. And that Aaron sidestep defensively might just be the right answer. So I think using it offensively, a very, very cool move. And I hope that he does, because it means that we're sitting back here watching the game. That means he smells blood in the water, and he's ready to take it to the final turn.
Yeah, Mothra also giving stats on your own moves when getting blocked. So he'll have to pick his spot there. Pony doesn't have a whole lot of health to play with. All right, well, we see the Mothra Enhance already.
Wow.
Could there be...
Huge.
Yo.
The Nostradamus of the
Heads
game.
up play.
Great call,
Steven
Ryan.
there. Flipping Aaron sidestep. And Scott reading it.
And you showed me
we're
your
gonna
cards. Whoa, this is going to get the
cancel it with
Batra?
Batra. He says,
Wow.
no draw for you. You're not drawing any more cards.
You've barely drawn at all. You don't need to draw more. As we clear, making way for the push the advantage flip after a clear redraw. I'm going to get that card no matter what Steven says. How dare you stare at me?
And then Lethal Slash will remove from the card pool. It is considered completely blocked due to the Mothra.
Unless
and he's going to Team Doctor.
I love this play.
Cancel the Lethal Slash.
Makes
sense. United
Again,
Front was used already.
Yep.
So no need to keep the Team Doctor around if you don't want to.
And like you said, cards in the card pool are exactly what Pony does not want. As we attempt to play this Hunter's Ally on a 6, check a 3, and half of our stage has now been committed. More than. Look, we're down to 2 ready foundations. Yes, we could possibly get a frog here. It would do a lot of damage, but there's still things to block. This is the, 3rd attack played? Divine Defenders waiting there to pick this airship, float this airship right back to our hand to bring it right back down. So
And Mothra's response, because the previous attack was blocked, this attack gets -2 speed.
yeah, as we flip that Divine Defender, perfect play over here from Scott. Steven drew a bunch of cards.
Yeah.
And I think the time is now to rebuild our stage. But he says, let's draw a
Another
little bit more.
Discarding Gecko, though. So there was definitely a consideration. He had drawn so many cards. We can't see the contents of his hand, and there's so many there, I'm not sure I'd remember them anyway. But there is a risk-reward here. As you said earlier, Mothra is looking a little light on the foundations currently. He went for the kill, but another 3. Maybe he has to just try to build some cards. He is only on 2 progressive, unless there are many more 3s on the top of his deck. He can build out maybe 4 to 5 foundations here.
Yeah, not to mention, Pony does a pretty good Mothra impersonation of spend one of these horn counters +2 or -2 speed. One of the big reasons that we've seen Pony have so much success over this weekend is it does manipulate the speed stat incredibly well, especially with the errata of the once per turn clear, right? Our focus on the character has moved and changed to somewhere else as we play. As well as, I didn't even get a chance to do it. They already did it. A zone mix-up. We decided to turn this Hunter's Ally into a low. Luckily for Scott, though, we had the Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla to block this out.
Lethal Slash on a 6, checking the 4.
Oof.
We are going to commit the last of our stage here, get a draw. Lethal Slash will presumably clear, though. So now we have no ready foundations. Now we can't afford to check any 3s on our build.
Yeah, our foundations at this point were kind of this insurance, right? Checking the 5 would have been commit 1, and I've got 1 and Pony, my main defensive piece, to try and rebuild. But we're in Vegas. We're officially gambling after this Lethal Slash resolves.
Let's see, blocking with the airship that we picked up from the Divine Defender. We have, well, never mind. I was about to say we have another Divine Defender ready to pick it up again.
Yeah.
However, there was a Walk the Dog checked, and we did have to commit Divine Defender there.
Which I think is massive. If we look at what this Lethal Slash actually did for us on this turn, not only did it force military airship to be blocked with again, which is a power card, especially in a aerial Kokosha deck. Yeah. It forced 1 extra check, which happened to be Walk the Dog. We have the 4 foundations committed. Imagine going into Scott's turn with the airship, with the Walk the Dog. The amount of resources we have. I mean, we could have accidentally found 14, but just getting that bonus check off the top, lucky happenstance for Steven, but hindsight 2020, that was the right play, I think.
Steven checking 2 3s on his build. He plays a 0 on a 3 and checks a 3. He put the safety 0, and then plays another 0 on a 4, checks the 3 again. Due to the 4 check previously, he said, I'm not going to give you Pony. If Pony goes sideways, it might be over. So just fails the number 10 pro hero. Pony with 1 horn counter, 1 foundation,
2 googly eyes.
2 googly eyes, 1 frog, 1 team hero. Pony could resolve United Front actually right now if
you're so right. Hey, Scott, you mind if I borrow that?
Yeah. But Team Hero access to any foundation in the discard, definitely proving itself to be one of the most popular and most powerful cards in Standard right now. It's just such a great card.
It's utility. It's utility on the stick. This is a 2 difficulty asset. Yes, it can't turn sideways to pass my checks as assets are, but it can get the best piece in my discard pile to do so. Although, staring down this Batra arrives, kind of a 1-card answer to 1 card as we stare down another throw. Second throw. I believe this is
Levi's rapid takedown.
Nice. Yeah, 3 mid for 5 blitz. My next one's going to get a little bit bigger. Feels great to chain these together to make other big throws, or even, or we've got a nice committed foundation. A 6 low for 9 walk the dog starting out seems pretty nice too.
And it has the nice stun 1 flavor text.
Oh, it certainly does.
Yeah.
Whoa. Whoa. And so not only did we use Master of Drunken Fighting to commit 1, we used the stun 1 here. And so although we built in with the Team Hero, we don't even have to use that Batra. We'll just turn them all sideways. And now it feels like we are ready for... Do you smell the kill now? We're going to find 14 from Mothra?
Yeah. I will say United Front, not online here. The only real chink in the armor, I think, from Mothra, or the only point of failure here, is that United Front would have been a delightful card to more or less guarantee the line, but we did have to spend that Team Doctor, so we do not have that United Front available to us at the moment, unless there's some random power token generation, or maybe Pony has more foundations than us and Cardboard Crusaders would actually build down. I think they're about equal. I'm not quite sure, but
yeah, I'm not sure either.
A soup from someone's pocket. I don't know. Just a quick asset. Badgie is order attuned.
Badgie is order attuned. Looks like we're going to take that one right on the chin.
The
as
Kokosho.
a raw Kokosho. This one's on the 7.
Checks a 5.
Not a care in the world. Commit 1 and probably the Sleepyhead. I mean, it's already done its job, right? Like, we get the +1 damage because we already dealt.
If you really need the damage on this, which what?
We've already dealt damage. We can't use it anymore, right?
Levi's Rapid Takedown is giving it +3 damage. I almost said, well, this is only 7, and Pony's at 8. My suggestion was going to be commit Mothra and pass the check.
Oh,
and then Sleepyhead gives the extra
okay.
damage. However, I did neglect the Levi's Rapid Takedown +3 damage on the next one. So it is lethal. Pony will have to answer it.
Yeah, +2 speed from the Mondo Gecko here, but -2 from Pony herself. The question is what high block do we have as we discard with Pony?
Draw 2 more. We need that Team Hero. We need that 1 high.
Team Hero, or hey, this is Hero 2. We could have a number 10 Pro Hero as well.
That's true. We did.
We need every hero card possible in our
I
deck.
see one right there.
Ooh,
it's gonna be on a 5.
Beautiful alt art.
5? Checks the 5 for the block.
Simple. Scott's even celebrating. He said, "Yes, please. I wanted to play another attack."
Do
we have one?
I don't think that was a celebratory. I don't think that was a celebratory. I think that was a little. Bit of frustration there.
Yeah, no windmill slam of the orange cards. So the question is,
like there are no more attacks unless. Yeah, he's deliberating here. I don't think I saw an asset either. I don't think he can reestablish the United Front without.
Oh, Cardboard Crusaders. Yo, the custom card coming in. Okay. Man, my question is, why didn't we play this earlier?
We would have had access to the United Front.
Interesting. Were we afraid of a possible breaker block? Our moves were too fast. A possible missequence here from Scott, but I'm sure now that this United Front is online,
it will just very difficult
defend ourselves.
Yes,
constant cards at hand, minus speed off of the Mothra. I'm still at 18. You still got to find them. Yes, you've got the frog, but there's a whole lot of ball game left.
Yeah, for sure. I think Scott is definitely still in this game. He missing the that's a Final Wars.
That's a Final Wars.
That is going to give Pony 4 damage in every move. I'll be real with you.
It is.
This is a little scary.
It's scary, but here's the deal. Here's the dream. Yeah. Here's my prediction.
Okay,
we're going to have this Final Wars, and we committed our Sleepyhead.
Yeah,
we're gonna find an area Kokosho off the top with the United Front
for 8 damage.
We'll block, send it for exactly 8. Like we have there is an out over on Mothra's side. Only because we built this Final Wars, and so that might be the game plan that Scott has. Is I'm gonna
burst your bubble here. Cardboard Crusaders could give Kokosho 3 damage. However, now I can give it 3 speed.
You're so right.
So it can make it a million billion. Because Kokosho would be like a 9 high for 10. Now it can be a 12 high for 8.
But I think that dream is dead as we are valuing locking this card down. Right. Seal it. It may not leave the card pool any longer. Keep those horn counters. Use them for speed. Use them for something else. And no filtering, which I think is really important. This Electric Moth, discard a card, redraw, I believe 2 cards. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 2 cards. Not happening. So kind of saying, Steven, you got to play with the ones that God gave you. Although, Wish Hard kind of fighting back.
I'll be honest with you. The more I think about it, when Pony went to 8, with the Final Wars already in hand, I think I might have favored just building Final Wars and just throwing the Arrow Kokosho on my opponent's turn, forcing a block. It would be an incredibly fast move. Opponent would have had to add one to the card pool to block and then commit multiple foundations. But now we've used Cardboard Crusaders to seal the Electric Moth, and now United Front is offline again, and now Final Wars is working for the enemy here.
Wait, I think I'm missing something. That last attack was for 5 damage?
The last attack should have been for
8 damage. We've
8
got a frog.
damage. Yeah, we've got a frog and we've got a Final Wars. We've got quite a bit going on
Yeah,
here.
I think, where are we missing 3 damage from?
Yeah. Looks like...
Yeah,
Looks like
we'll continue. I'm sure the judge is gonna catch it here as we go. Either way, we've got more discarding, more drawing. Kind of the real aggressive engine of this Earth pony list.
Yeah. All right, we have a judge call pause for just a moment.
You should be.
Yeah. All right. Just had a quick conference with our judge.
It's been a long day. It's been a long weekend.
And it looks like
it happens.
The players have just corrected it on the second attack. So it looks like, yeah.
Easy to miss. That's okay.
For sure.
That it takes a village to run a card game. You know, I couldn't do it by myself.
Yeah.
As we continue to play, man, that mouth got bigger, huh? One high for now, 8 coming in. Moth are down to 10 as our life totals have been fixed.
I just want to point out the sportsmanship from both players there. The fist bump after, no hard feelings. Obviously, no one was trying to get anyone.
Yeah.
We just gonna keep playing. Scott said, you know what, all good. I don't think I was gonna block out anyway. It's okay. Now he has a decision though. If he takes this, he goes down to 2.
Yeah, and there's also like a world where we kind of ask out. We want a card in our card pool, right?
Yeah.
Otherwise, these Divine Defenders are technically like missing an attack cycle as Sleepyhead comes in just that to make the block happen. Minus speed to our next one, and now every other high attack that is played on Pony's turn, which is how she wants to play the game, is not going to be picked up with this Divine Defender. So now we're going to be wasting a bunch of counters on zone mix-up, and I'm sure. I mean, Scott's in finals. I'm sure he's thought about it. He's got queens. He's got whatever he needs to block low. I guess queen's not on order, but
Yeah.
I digress. It'll be a walk the dog or something.
Yeah. Not a Featherstorm though, unfortunately. That one's gone. Well, actually, wait.
Hero 2.
It's okay. We'll figure it out.
I miss him. Too high for 8 coming in base stats. Normally this is the stats that you see at the end of a battle or release. This one's coming in right off the top.
Yeah.
And it's only going to get bigger from here. It's going to be a 12 damage fortive that draws up on his card. Whew.
So once again, we do have the Aaron sidestep full block of angle available to us if we really want to draw more cards. But Batra is still here.
Yeah.
Batra arrived and Batra stayed.
Batra stayed.
So it is possible we will see that getting canceled. I don't think there's anything else to cancel with Batra's arrive, because it will untap before your next turn. It'll ready before you would need it to cancel that.
Cycling on turn 4. Holy cow.
Yeah.
This Hero 2 pony list is so fast.
Yeah.
It's so fast. As we are now clearing out this Electric Moth. And we still have so many horn counters. I have to imagine there's not a single high attack coming for the rest of this turn. I'm spinning I'm discarding 2. I'm making them all low. Make them all low. You got to have every block on.
Yeah.
If we block with the low, next one's a mid. we're gonna fully mix them up. Absolutely.
Keep them guessing. Keep them on their toes. It looks like we're getting some counters. Are we doing speed?
He said.
Oh, he said no. Give me a different one. I want the yellow one. All right. Did they add speed? He also added speed, or okay? There's a communication there on what he was using. I think he for sure is going to change the zone, but will he be adjusting speed? It looks like he is. He says 0 speed. A little bit too slow for me.
Too low for 8. Soon to be too low for 12. I'm sure.
I almost said there's only one face down, but his arm was just covering 4 more face down.
It's turn 4. We've
built behind your ear.
We've built quite a bit.
Yeah, and he does have the low So now we have the confirm on the low and the high. If he makes it a low, Divine Defender picks it up. If he keeps it a high, there is the Sleepyhead in hand. Queen of the Monsters on a 7 here. Checks a 5. Any means necessary, indeed.
Ooh, are we gonna pick it up? This is the question. It lets us have more draw power, but it taxes our stage pretty heavily.
I have not seen Steven respond with New Training Method once yet. He really values the foundation, and I think here in this situation it might be necessary. He has a lot of attacks already. I'm not so certain you need the extra draw, but you do need to generate counters.
Yeah.
You do still have to generate some counters, so keeping your hand healthy to generate more horn counters. If you do want to change the zone, which it looks like he's going to keep doing that.
I mean, it makes sense, right? Like, you know there's a high block in hand. There's no reason to fight into it. But I will say, like, as aggressive as this pony is, Scott has not even fainted at reaching towards Mothra for that freebie, that free block that's happening. So after this block, it's going to not take just one, but at least another to get the job done. So 2 more attacks at the minimum.
We are going to give it some speed. We are going to try to tax a little bit. It'll be a 3 low for 11 here. You have to block it. And
looks like don't do this.
A 5.
Checking a 3 here would be great for Steven.
Checks the Batra arrives, checks a 5.
Batra loitering. He's sticking around.
Truly loitering here.
As another queen moves across the board. 6, 8, 5, 6, 7 commits are 2. Slowly bleeding through foundations, all off of the back of the team asset of Cardboard Crusaders, sticking that first electric moth that we've played 6, 7, 8 minutes ago at the start of this turn, locked there in the card pool, slowly trying to whittle down the stage. So Scott has another chance to find that last 8, but Steven doing everything he can to push through, asking, hey, is this one enough? Are you ready to use this Mothra? And it looks like a partial block with a second Gecko. Less cool Gecko, for sure.
Looks like it's on a 4. Only have to commit 1. But it is going to be half. He is not at 0. It will take
6?
2 more attacks. Yeah, 6 damage.
Drop it down to
It'll
4.
It'll be on a 6, but the Mothra block is still there. Commit 1. The Mothra block is still there.
And we have to discard cards and spend counters to make it a low because we know there's a high in hand, right?
Yeah.
I can't tell if Scott has 1 or 2 cards, but it might be that.
Well, Electric Moth is about to draw as many as he wants. I think is he at 10 foundation?
6, 7, 8, 9. We've got 9. So discard 1, draw 2, which is just enough for a pony activation. It's very funny to count this on the 3rd
8,
electric
9.
moth of the turn.
Yeah, looks like they have 9, so he will draw 2 cards.
And then our goal here is either, so we have to, if we drew an attack here, we still have to discard it in order to grab the corn counters to reach into zone. And then we have to draw a natural low attack in order to swing again to try and find that lethal. If even that is the last card in Scott's hand. We don't have a marker. Oh, it looks like it is that last Sleepyhead. As it's a very easy block, but it has to happen.
Gonna go make it a low. And then we are going to see presumably the block. So here is where New Training Method could have potentially picked up a foundation. Looks like Aaron sidestep doing that play again.
The question is,
Scott's looking at Batra arrives.
Do we have the heads up?
Do we have to cancel this? He's like, what's going on here?
All right. He said
absolutely not. No.
No, thank you.
No, you're not getting that card.
Homie, you've drawn 20 cards. Quit being greedy.
Is the last card in hand? Was it a wish hard?
There are aggro players who are dying, starving for cards in hand. And you're over here so gluttonous.
What a card. If he checks the foundation, he can. He has to commit.
Commit everything.
He has to commit the.
Wait.
He's thinking about it. No, but he has to commit pony.
We are exactly one resource too short.
Away.
Wow.
Lethal slash on the 7 here. He has to commit pony. He's like, what's going on? What are we thinking about? Yeah.
Staring into her eyes.
Yep.
So this is a currently 1 high for 4 that will draw us a bonus with no real way to continue to play cards afterwards. But we know there's the high block in hand. The question is what do? We respond and pick this up?
Yeah.
But then we have to commit
We have to commit
Pony.
We have to commit Pony. Yeah.
So what is this card doing?
And
Right here? We
then
added up
it's going
a
to
5 high
draw
block.
a card. Gonna draw a card with Lethal Slash.
Yeah.
But we know, yeah, we were one foundation
Man,
away. One foundation away. Pony is committed. Cannot discard 2. Cannot get counters. Cannot change the zone.
Lethal on half, but we know that there's a high block in hand, and so kind of short work.
On a 5. Block on a 5 here. Even checking a 3. He has enough foundations, but he checks the 5.
Another airship.
Yeah.
From here,
Steven
build
nods.
1 pass, question mark. You know, get this guy. I mean, there's no way we can block a move anyways. Build 1 for the next turn. What happens, you know, it's UniVersus. It's a card game.
Might not draw the... Might not
Draw
the orange one.
7 great cards.
Yeah.
Pass it right back. We'd want that extra one. Looks like not going to be the option here, as all of these cards go back to the discard pile, and our main defensive piece of Pony being turned off for the turn. Scott Summon rewriting his board, drawing a fresh full 7. They're all off the top. Love the pageantry. It's like I'm in a 5-star hotel.
And we've got... Oh, we have one. We've an attack. We have the momentum.
Ice Sword Execution.
We can make it 10 damage. We have the momentum. We can get a +5 damage on our Ice Sword Execution. Pony is only at 8.
We're only at 8, but a Frog, I guess only out could be a 0 mid block, right?
Yeah.
Or, we've got a 5 mid, we've got a 3 low. I think this is probably just going to be lethal. I don't know how we could snake out of it.
We know we have the +5
says
block.
that's
Yeah, and he says
game
that's
one.
Game 1.
Wow.
Wow.
Incredible lines from both players, truthfully. I mean, dodging and dancing around the +4 damage over on the side of Pony with the Final Wars that Scott gifted him, as well as the Genghis Frog that was borrowed from the Hunter's Ally. Expert defense, and truly came down to a singular bad check earlier in the turn. Actually, came down to Cardboard Crusaders. If that card was not in the card pool, our checks would have been way easier to pass. We'd had so many resources over and over and over again. But Cardboard Crusaders, the card with Scott Sunman's face on it, saving him in the finals of this Hero 2 in Las Vegas event.
Yeah. I was hesitant to use the Cardboard Crusaders. I wanted the United Front value, but Scott assessed if there was 1 extra card in the card pool, Pony would not be able to play enough attacks. Scott knew how many blocks he had with the Divine Defenders, accounted for Mothra as well. Maybe didn't account for the zone change as much. It was a little dicey at the end there.
It was.
But yeah, I think really the only out there was if that Lethal Slash, the only natural low in the deck is Wish Hard, is that last Lethal Slash off the top. Could have been a Wish Hard, is the only way that final...
And a 3 div, right? So even like checking even a little worse could have been it. But as our players go into sideboards, what do you think that Pony is going to have to do to take down Mothra? Obviously, we get to go first this time. Right? Mothra got to go first last time. Anything that you would suggest?
Yeah, on Earth Pony?
Earth Pony.
Right, okay, just make sure. I've seen Scanlan's Hand be a very popular pick for ponies this weekend. I don't know how much of it, or even, Blood Curdle's not on Earth, surely.
It is not.
Okay, that's the only one, yeah. I would say Scanlan's Hand, if that is in the sideboard, would be the most applicable. If you can come in Mothra early, then, or not even necessarily early, if you can just, at a certain point, go, actually, yes, early, because then they have the same hand size. Pony's a 7-hander.
Correct.
Scanlan's Hand will not build down. It will be in your card pool. Well, if Mothra's sideways, maybe...
Not for long, though. I'll play Queen.
I'll
build it.
I'll build it.
I'll build it the hard way.
Or Scanlan's Hand will continually apply damage. Or Pony can just clear it, actually.
Yeah.
We have a lot of options with that.
There's a real world where on block more damage. Like the way that you have to beat Mothra is she's going to block 6 moves. Very Rodan shaped, right? I'm going to block 6 moves. And the 7th and 8th move have to really matter, right? Scaling is a great way to make the 7th and 8th move matter if you're constantly playing it scared of the chain blocks.
Yeah, especially if Mothra is sideways and you only do 20 damage, as you said. Like
20
only takes 20.
That's it.
If you have a Frog, if you have a Scanlan's Hand,
and a Final Wars,
and the
gifted
opponent's
for my opponent,
and the opponent's Final Wars, that might be 2 hits.
Yeah.
Let's see what these players have got.
Rocking our mulligans here. I mean, this is truly. I mean, this is man. I could have like a 6-hour dissertation about the first hand in UniVersus, right? Like this is where like good and great games get decided, right? Like they're bad breaks. I had somebody describe UniVersus recently as battle blackjack to me, because of the control checks that you're making, and it really is. It feels like a true gamble on our first turns as we play our cards. And not only does Pony need to have, pieces on the board to pass checks, they also need to have good effects because Mothra's defense is so strong, and you need to be able to play cards. And if I've only got like singular pieces, Battle Rise that we're seeing being reviewed to be built back in later with Team Hero is important, right? Like
3 Cardboard Crusaders immediately gonna clear the card pool, and then Military Airship. This is the permanent asset that he's needed for the whole time.
Yeah,
but electing to get the airship instead of the Battle Arrives. Master of Dragon fighting on a 4.
kind of tells us. Oh, he's saying he's okay with committing Mothra.
Yeah,
I mean, this is the answer.
I was going to say, as someone who has played a
Doesn't
character
even need to, though.
that has, I think we have about 900, saved mental snapshots of Ryan. You've committed Hawks on your build. Ryan, no, he's going to die. I generally, in a defensive character like this, lean more towards 3-2-1-2.
Yeah.
So you can never, air quotes, commit your character. You either build them all or you fail the last one. But Scott valuing the extra foundation there over Mothra.
And I want to talk about it as this Electric Moth gets sealed. We opted to review the Batra and then play out the airship.
Yes.
Unless we drew it off of the review, which I'm going to live in the world where that's not what happened. We decided that we wanted to play the 3-diff asset instead of a bonus foundation. Like that one was more important to us. The scariest turn that Mothra could possibly have is this exact turn 2. And so it is cool to see Scott know his percentages, his edge cases just enough to be like, I don't need Batra right now. Your stage isn't good enough. What I need is block, clear, progressive, reblock, especially if it's going to be something as powerful of a block as Protector of Life.
Yeah, it's going to have a breaker block that he can pick up again. He's got 1 in the card pool, breaker 1, and gets the power token. United Front is now online.
Yeah. Online, and we have an asset that doesn't even, make itself get rid of it. No analytical observation over on Steven's side to flip and stop us like in our previous game, and so this power token is going to be sticking around.
Steven says, I'm just going to build. We've got a new training method. Steven did get, once again, the triple. He discarded Wish Hard and Any Means Necessary and drew 3 off of his Pony in hand, so he's got some extra cards in hand. Even though Electric Moth did get sealed, Pony drew the cards anyway.
Yeah, speeding this build.
On a next to 2.
I think we just commit out for it.
You have to.
Yeah. Commit the foundations, build these in, build in the extras, see if there's one they wanted to build off of the new training. Says opts not to. And even though this is was blocked and deals no damage, I think the stage discrepancy is really showing that the reason that Pony wants to go first in this matchup.
Yeah, really wants to have more foundations than Mothra. The first block for Mothra is the hardest. Everything after that is -2 that Pony can contest. But if Mothra is not able to build up that stage, it can be a bit of an issue.
See, my answer is not a front, perfect piece, and some incredible foundations, including double Botons to finish this off. I think we're trying to debate here. Do we want to risk 1 more, or should we keep a card in hand? Looks like build 4, hold 3, including, I mean, this on defense, it's possible Scott could draw just as many cards as Pony does on offense. Yeah. United Front, plus once we run out of cards, Botans being a free flip draw. It's going to take a lot of attacks for Steven to get through this wall, but luckily he picked the character to do it.
Electing not to build the Team Hero 15 from his hand, valuing the 1 high block there.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we've seen a Genghis Frog in the discard pile yet, but, very easy for Pony to draw it and get it in there as we lead here with Battle or Release.
Are we going to pick up the Enemies Necessary with the new training method?
There is a question. No.
Battle Lore gives us a card anyway.
Strings are the answer, and I think Steven knows that, and he says committing a foundation to draw a card is just not worth it. I've been drawing +2, +3 cards on every attack basically this entire match, and it's not getting there. I lost the last one because I had a card sideways, and I'm not going to let that happen again.
Yep. Going to go for Aaron sidestep there. That also draws a card, if you believe it.
Yeah.
And this time, Batra had to go home. Batra is not here anymore. So Aaron sidestep will get the draw if Steven decides to on the Mothra Enhance.
Yeah, and he knows the technology, and more importantly, Scott knows the technology.
Yes,
man, this game is so awesome.
Yeah,
the actions that you do, I describe it as going on a date. Right? When I'm playing my cards, when I'm using my effects, it's not just the cards and the text themselves. It's what I use and the order that I use them and how I use them, and the body gestures and everything. It's all giving signs to your opponent, especially when we get a matchup that's so aggressive, slanted like Pony, and so defensive like Mothra. Every little thing matters because of the fact that we flipped that card in game one. Scott now knows that you know it's an option. So we got to be thinking about it. It's like the Doctor Strange, how many timelines there are. what could possibly happen?
Yeah, because Scott did not know how that worked in game one. He did have to read Aaron sidestep for clarification there, and then electing to cancel it with Batra arrives. But
speaking of electing, opts to not block that very first move, the battle release connects, dropping Mothra all the way down to 15 as the Queen of the Monsters builds it back in. A fresh foundation. 2 number 10 heroes go to the discard pile using Pony's ability to redraw back up, and we are stockpiling these horn counters. Not sure if we want to save for a big speed string. Not sure if we want to save for low zone overload. But either way, the counters keep rising.
Now, something that I noticed earlier that I just connected the dots on now is Steven electing for saving Bakugo as his zero diff, brought back for Hero 2. And I can't help but wonder if it's because they couldn't find any copies of Quick to Act. I feel like that is one that Pony probably would enjoy very much. We haven't seen one yet, but Destructive Heat Ray definitely kept in check by Sigma Bakugo as well. So that could be a hedge towards a card like that.
I like saving Bakugo, especially in the Hero 2 format, because it feels like there are so many characters across the history of since My Hero 1 forward that, let's say, flip a thing, do a thing, do something, and interacting with Pony's stage, especially because the clear is now once per turn, probably has some sort of validity in order to try and keep you alive. As Hunter's Ally comes in, looks like did we not find a target? I think we just raw play. Oh, Scott's looking at the discard pile to see if there's anything that is relevant to build. Looks like a Team Hero, not a valid target. Tam, what are you talking about? Our entire discard is our valid target.
Yeah, I think in addition to Genghis Frog, I believe we have Team Hero 15, and then we also have the Shobujin's Message. Maybe didn't make the cut for the Hero 2 format deck, but was definitely played as a one-of in the standard format deck.
I think we are playing Shobujins in here.
Yeah. We have Team Hero 15 coming and going as quick as you like to build in a substitute member. Interesting.
Love this play.
A speed reset, but could be used both offensively and defensively. If Mothra gets the speed real low, substitute member, I believe, can reset even your own attack.
Absolutely, yeah. Flip this attack goes back to 3 speed, and then use Pony to pump it up even faster.
Yeah.
A card that Scott thinks that he could block. Substitute member just saying, absolutely not.
Just another extremely powerful card coming out of these King of Fighter Challenger decks for the air. This one's for the air symbol. A lot of the really powerful ones are for the good symbol, but this one, air got some love on this one.
So from here, using our 3 horn counters, clearing our queen as we are now asking the question, Scott, crunching the numbers. Am I allowed to block this one? And he says, no, man, I'm not allowed to block this one either.
Yeah. Scott's got 1 card in his hand?
He's got plenty.
Oh, he's got a lot.
He's got 4 cards.
4, yeah.
I think the answer is he knows that he wants to save the airship for his offensive turn. He knows this. And I think the thing is, I think we might only have like 1 high block. I think it might just be the Team Hero, or these high blocks are like really, really high value. So please, Pony, commit more of your stage as you aggress into me. Yeah, I'll go down to 3, but that's not 0. I'll make the clutch blocks as I do with the defensive character, and I'll swing back, and I'll close this game up in the next 13 minutes.
And here is the 1 high block.
2 more attacks minimum over on the Pony's side. The question is does Steven have him in hand? And although, hey, Frog, no longer needed. We're at 3.
Yeah.
Every move is lethal, basically on half as well. And so the
only
question
exception
is,
something like a lethal slash.
Yeah, which
which is what he's looking at in his hand. Not lethal on a half. And we do have Team Doctor to keep
on
it
a
in the card pool.
6, checks the 6. Hey, now this is the game that Steven was looking for.
Yeah.
Right? We wanted a healthy stage. We asked for it. We battle blackjacked our way into it.
Absolutely. In the biz, that's the lethal slash. It's a very slow move. It's clearly visible.
Wowzers.
But can it be avoided? Can Scott block it? We're going to pick up the Team Hero 15. It looks like he says, I need this one back. Not going to use Mothra yet.
Yeah, this is the question. Looks like, I mean, constantly like he's kicking the can down the road, right? Hey, you need 2 attacks to kill me. All right, I'll pick this one up. I'll block it again. 2 more attacks. Oh,
Pony has 6 counters, I just realized.
yes, yes. Hey, we've been we haven't been having to fight the speed, right? There hasn't been a block, so you know.
So remember, putting it back to 3 printed, putting it back to 3 speed.
But still that low zone.
Yeah.
Saying that 25% of Scott's hand just doesn't block. That's basically as good as like a tri-gravity beam.
Yeah.
You know?
And we had the Eden box. We had the low.
Oh, huge.
Yeah.
A worse player, a.k.a. me, would have built that item box. And then the question is
going to keep lethal slash in the card pool.
Scott's got a game plan and he's sticking with it. I love it.
That was an incredibly aggressive use of substitute member there. Scott had a lot of foundations and no cards in his card pool. I think he was going to be able, the 3 speed was not the difference maker of him being able to block. As we saw, he committed no foundations to block that.
Yeah.
Looks like it'll be -2 speed from the Mothra response.
If you're Scott, do you click the drunken fighting style here?
I've been thinking about that. I've been thinking about that for the last 4 minutes of that master of drunken fighting. He is upright, and he needs to take a swig.
Sobered up.
He needs to take a swig, I think. And we're gonna need to commit that. Maybe Aaron sides. Oh, there is a face down. There's a face down foundation.
Did I see double walk the dog in Scott's hand?
I think that's true. I think you're right.
And he says,
"Is this?
I care about them so much. I love my dog so much. I refuse to block them. We'll use Mothra
and Aaron
instead."
sidestep this time. Is Scott visibly concerned about the Aaron sidestep draw. No Batra arrives this time, and we have the Wish Hard on a 7.
3, 4, 5, 7. Yeah.
We have 3 ready foundations. Checks a 5. Going to commit 2. He's going to say, "You used your Mothra block. You don't have a low."
They don't got it. They never have it.
But Scott also has those 2 Bodon coachings there. Even if he didn't have a low,
We could
he
go
had
fishing.
options to fish for it. He has a very healthy stage. Pony's going to discard 2, draw 2. Get some more counters. Going to go up to 6. But I fear that Pony will not be able to get that. There's the Master of Drunken Fighting.
Love it. Love this play.
New training method is committed. I think it's going to get there. I don't think this will be enough. This is a 3 low. If that is a walk the dog, you just said, yeah, we're leaning in.
It's a 2 low. I mean, this is the most blockable move of all time.
Yeah, it's a walk the dog, and that's on a 6. Nothing can stop that. Even a 3 he has. Oh, wait. That was closer than I thought. I didn't realize he only had 4 ready now. I didn't. Whoa. Yeah. Okay. Oh, Wish Hard's a 2 speed?
It's a 2 speed.
Oh, a 2
yeah,
speed.
2 speed. Yeah, so it was on a 5.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And
From here.
Mothra lives to fight another day.
Completely committed out Pony. We pass back to Scott, and we know there's a couple dogs barking in that hand.
yeah.
Bark, bark, bark.
Only 1 had to get used for the block. And this time, we do have a united front to potentially seal the deal. He's looking for Bloodsucking Universe. He's looking for anything to give him some momentum for powerful there. To walk the dog, let him count to 22.
Scott rolling up his sleeves.
Yeah. Can I?
Time to go to work.
Can we make something happen?
Card game players, hardest job in the world.
Yeah.
You know?
Asking for the foundation count.
Hey.
Asking for the chip count. We are in Vegas. Getting the Cardboard Crusaders build down.
Love it. I mean, this is going to be if we were a little light on attacks.
The Mondo Gecko. Is that
Where
a Queen of the
are we building?
Monsters? Are we building? We're just building.
We're not on the symbol.
That's true. We're on order. We're just going to build. Botch arrives. Oh, my goodness.
I mean, we're building good ones.
We are
building good ones.
We are building good ones. But he elected not to take any of that chip damage. Not even. Is that a walk the dog? Did we make that up? There were 2 in his hand.
I thought there
Correct?
were 2.
I thought there were 2, but maybe not.
The case of the
only
disappearing
attack-
dog.
Yeah, literally. The only attack in his hand might actually be that Ice Sword Execution with no momentum, and Pony has no Ready Foundations anyway. Just a vanilla 5/5, but looks like he did not have the attacks, keeping 4 cards in hand. Mono Gecko, Botch arrives, being built down.
So interesting. I mean, we had draw power, right? We got double Botons. We've got United Front to go digging. I mean, we were allowed to go look 5 cards deep into our deck and see if there were some possible answers. It's possible to find 22, but I mean, God knows that deck better than us. As we pass back, he says again, Cardboard Crusaders, most important piece in my deck. Seal it, lock that there. No frog, no clearing.
Yeah. That was any means necessary. Going to draw some bonus cards. Going to go up to... Needs 2 dice for the counters. I don't think we've seen this yet.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen a Pony have this many counters.
My question is, do you wait for the high attack to happen? Or do you just span them all low? I'm going to whisper.
Yeah.
We're at 3. Make a mid. He didn't hold on.
Oh, yeah?
There's no way. There's partial.
No one would. How would anybody?
How would you?
How
all
would-
of your attacks are
In this
are high.
economy, how would anybody have a mid
You make them low. You're not fighting against Hawks. The Hawks guy is sitting next to me in the booth. You don't have to worry about that in the Hero 2 format.
Yeah.
I think the answer would be make it mid. Make it mid and make Scott press those Botons coaching so that you get to draw even more cards.
Yeah. The real value is when your rival Bodon's coachings to let you discard your Feral Shrieks. That's the real one.
Yeah.
Oof.
And it looks like
the mid. Oh no!
that is a mid.
That is a mid
Are we
block.
gonna die? What's about to happen here?
Did he make it a mid?
Oh,
Wait,
he did.
he make it a?
We changed the color.
Oh.
We changed it to brown. It was
Oh
a mid.
my.
Holy cow.
Well,
we
some egg on your face, Tam.
egg on my face. Egg on- they never hold the mid. Just kidding. Block
checks
it
a
block
2.
it back
I
up.
think he has enough foundations. This doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah.
But does check a 2 here. Gonna have to commit. Oh wait, he's less than I thought. Never mind. That was a lot.
I mean,
That was a lot.
we got 6 foundations. It was on a 5.
And we cannot clear this Hunter's Ally from our card pool, but we do get to draw a lot. We're gonna get the draw off the Feral Shriek. Gonna draw off the Electric Moth. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, 8.
Eight
Sorry, the Mono
foundations.
Gecko is not a foundation. Sorry, I was looking at the green one last time.
Not a foundation, just a party dude.
Yeah. That's Queen of the Monsters.
-1 high for 4. Discarding another one to redraw.
Cardboard Crusaders looking like the absolute MVP against Pony this entire match.
Scott knows how to design cards.
Maybe this entire tournament.
True. As we decided the mid blend was not the right call, and we were
Well, now he's used a mid. Surely, we double down.
We double down.
Surely, one time we double down. 1 card, face down. He has the low.
Steven's exact expression.
Oh.
Don't do this.
My God.
Don't do it. Why do you have the low block, dude? Come on, man. Come on, I'm hungry. Let me win the next 2 games real fast. As
Right.
Lethal Slash comes in
On a
this time
6.
on a 6, not what we want,
We
but checking a
knew
5 is
we knew the
great.
last card in our deck. Probably.
I'm
was-
sure Steven
yeah,
had it
yes.
calculated out.
Yes.
From here, I mean, again, we've got 2 or 4 horn counters. Make them low, make them mid. I think you never sling another high attack for the rest of this match.
I'm with you here. I do not think. I mean, you have the counters to spare at this point.
And I think fighting on speed is the incorrect call.
I was about to say also, I don't think speed matters anymore. There are 2 in the card pool, which is relevant, but he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ready foundations and Mono Gecko. Lethal Slash does have a very efficient block mod, meaning Mono Gecko does not tax its speed very often, or very, very much. But oh boy, that's a protector of life.
Protector of Life is very
Doesn't matter
good.
what zone you make it.
Yeah. But no way to get it up or pick it back up. So it is a 2 mid block. It's tough. So it's essentially ignoring
It does have
progressive.
Breaker 1. However, Steven was able to use the once per turn on Pony to clear, and then Lethal Slash will be leaving the card pool. He didn't change the zone. It's
3,
a
4,
high.
5, 6. He has asked for all 3 zones, and Scott has been, here it
yeah.
is, man. I've got all 3. What else do you want from me?
Yeah.
I've got all
And
3
then
zones
he's got whatever zone
and
he
Mothra.
wants. Yeah, and he's got whatever zone he wants because Protector of Life, it's whatever you want. He has no momentum. He cannot build this Hunter's Ally face down because it cannot leave the card pool.
Oh, you're so right.
Queen of the Monsters will not
Blank.
clear progressive here. Yeah,
This is-
actual
he got
blank card right
A
now.
second Cardboard Crusaders.
Yeah,
Seal that one too, please.
yeah. And we're gonna get some counters. Will he change the zone here, or this time maybe he does fight on speed a little bit? But
Again, this entire attack turn, I've been waiting When are we gonna take another sip? We're getting a little tipsy. When's it
Yeah.
gonna happen?
I think he wants Pony to overextend as much as possible here.
One more attack. You'd have to
making it a
imagine.
low, making it a low. This time says, all right, fine, whatever, low.
And there it is.
The master of drunken fighting. I don't think we can pass 2 more attacks, and it's going to take 2.
It is
Because
gonna take
Scott
2.
has a protector of life on a 2, 3, 4, 5, on a 6. Blocking on a 6 here, even checking a 3. Does not matter. Checks a 3. Doesn't matter one bit. Gonna get rid of those Sleepy's Head. We don't need those.
I forgot those were in the stage.
Your foundations don't do anything.
Foundation doesn't do anything.
Yeah, I also forgot those were in the stage too.
I was like, Botan's in the.
Wow, a
thing?
second power token. Breaker 1. That Queen of the Monsters in hand will be effectively on an 8.
And once again, Scott, kicking the can down the road. 2 more attacks, please. We started this turn at 3. We like.
There were to go back to your how many timelines are there? There were so many timelines. Steven
7 checks a 2,
Checks a 2,
3, 4, 5,
5.
6. It fails,
fails. It fails.
and it goes to the discard pile.
Yeah.
And Scott is going to fully ready his entire stage, and he can't miss twice. And even if he when he doesn't miss, I can hear the cavalry. The airship is being re-readied.
It is being readied, yes. We are back. I can't help but think, not that there was any way to know, if Steven had chosen any other combination of zones, committing to one zone, doing that, but he said,
You
I
can't
don't
have
think
them all.
I don't think you have them all, but Scott did. Scott had them all.
Yeah.
And he had them all plus a bonus. He had them all plus a protector of life.
Plus the bonus.
Plus a bonus, plus a Mothra.
Mothra,
Yeah.
he didn't touch
He
it.
had all 3 zones plus protector of life plus Mothra. It would have taken 4 attacks all on the same zone.
And Walk the Dog is our first form. A high printed 8 difficulty, but gets minus difficulty equal to the number of committed foundations. Very good in a defensive character like this that is asking your rival to tax it all the way down to a 4 diff now. So 4 diff, 6 low for 6. Those are great stats to start with.
Definitely.
Draws bonus cards, has powerful, has extra stun, great opener, great closer, great all-around card, truthfully.
Walk the Dog has been very powerful for quite a while now, and we saw it featured prominently in the finals of our standard event as well.
From here, activating both Botans, discarding, redrawing, digging for any semblance of 22. Now, we do have 2 power tokens, so...
that is the question of the day. Can you get 22? But it looks like there is 7 seconds left in the on the timer.
Oh.
And Steven did go first. I'm looking at Scott's hand. I am confident he could have found 22. He had a second Walk the Dog. He had Bloodsucking Universe.
He said, what are you doing, man? I wanted to kill you.
And he has 2 power tokens and United Front. And the victory goes to Scott here with Mothra, the standard format deck.
Yeah. I mean, it's just a testament to everybody at home of like, you know, I don't have these old cards, the Hero 2 cards. I don't want to spend the pretty penny. That's okay. Just play the deck you play the tournament with. Come in and win the card, win the cash to come in and make a your own Hero 2 deck. It's dope. Yeah. Very cool.
So that was maybe the last match we'll see on stream this weekend.
That's it.
That's it.
That's the event.
What a ride. I'd say it's my first time commentating. I had an absolute blast. This was such a great experience. Some great matches. Don't think I could ask for anything more.
Great storylines.
Yeah, for sure.
Not just in the main event, but across all of Hero 2. I got some hearings about Standard. I got to watch as this last match was happening, the presentation for teams. I got to watch 3 awesome people walk away with belts. And you all at home, you missed out. So I will see you at the next event is Dallas, correct?
Dallas, yes.
We'll see you all at Dallas as you get up, build some decks, and enjoy the good game of UniVersus. Ryan, any final thoughts before we close out the day?
I don't think so, but I hope to see anyone at home who thought this looked like a great time. As you said, I hope to see you in Dallas. Always happy to see new faces come out to these events.
And with that said, you guys, wish you well.